that guys would go through throughout their career, little things that pop up. But for me, this one was pretty much a big one where I went and got a second opinion just because the process I was doing in rehab, I felt like I wasn't getting better. So I decided to go outsource somewhere else and see if I can hear something different. And sure enough, I got a news that I didn't want to get, which was told that my injury had gotten just a little bit worse than what it was previously. And I had two options, where the one being going through rehab for a full process, which would eventually shut me down for the rest of the year, most likely, I would have thought. Or I could have came back, but at the end of the day, it was like I can come back and not know how long until it happens again, and potential risk of making it worse. So I decided that I'm just going to go with my gut and just get the surgery now and hopefully come back next year at some point, whether it's before the second half or after the second half, whenever that may be. At the end of the day, it's God's plan, but I just want to be able to come back and just pitch without any injuries and just let teams know that, okay, I'm ready to go now.
When you were pitching during rehab, all the different things that you were doing, where were you feeling it? How did you know that this is different than anything else that you've experienced?
I think for me, it was just the fact that I threw a couple of live VPs. Some were good, some were bad, and mainly more bad than good, where I felt like my arm wasn't responding the way it usually responds. Like, obviously, I know I've always been a guy who can throw the ball pretty hard, and when I was trying to throw it as hard as I could, and it wasn't coming out, and it just didn't feel right. In the back of my head, it's like, okay, it's either I'm babying it because I know I'm hurt, or I'm actually hurt. And I went from one outing where I was 94, and then a couple of days later I was at 89, just like with pain. And I was like, yeah, this isn't right. That's what I asked. So the team, hey, something's not right.
So now, after the surgery, what have they told you in terms of how long it'll take you to get right so you can feel like yourself again?
The doctor told me give or take a year of the surgery, obviously depending on what he sees when he goes in there. So obviously, from other guys I've heard in the years prior, they can go in there and see something that they missed on the MRI and just fix that at the same time. Just let you know once you wake up, like, hey, we did this and that. But honestly, I'm not stressing. I've been in baseball since 2012, and give or take, gone this far without any major injury until now. I think I've done a pretty good job of taking care of my body. But I just know that once the surgery is said and done and I come back next year, I'll be 100%. I'm just ready to go and just give my gut team out of the team, whether it's here in the Cubs or wherever that may be.
There are these dual identities for any baseball player. There's the individual stuff which you're taking care of, and then there's the team part of it. How frustrating has it been to watch what's happened from a bullpen standpoint, knowing that if you're right, you can help?
For me, and since the moment I went down, unfortunately, when I went down, we had that tough stretch, and it just for the baseball player, it just sucks. I'm coming from LA where I learned how to win. I learned what it was like to win, and I was about a group of guys who just wanted to win. So I came in here with that same mindset. Hey, I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to help the bullpen guy as much as I can, and just be that leader for the bullpen, and just show these guys that whenever we go step on the mound, we're going to be those guys to shut it down and win the game. And unfortunately, it's not happening like that. But more than anything, it was just itchy to get back on the field, and I did everything. I might have rushed my rehab a little bit some days because I'm like, all right, I feel good. I'm ready to come back, and unfortunately, it didn't go that way, but I don't have any doubt on this team. We have a bunch of great group of guys, a lot of good guys, a lot of young guys, and I feel like once we all get our mindset into we're going to win, and the past couple of days, you've seen it. You've seen Ian Happ starting to turn it on. You've seen Dempsey making great plays on defense. Nico's a gamer, one of my favorite guys on this team. Just the way he goes about his business, and I just feel like these guys are going to be the guys that ride us through, hopefully, getting to the playoffs.
You might be an analyst when all is said and done. Once your playing career is over, the way you're breaking this down.
I told the guys. It's hard when you're not on the field with them, but right now I get to see the game as a spectator from the sidelines. So I tell them I see everything that goes on. I see when our young guys get frustrated when things don't go their way, and then I feel like I'm there in the dugout trying to talk to them right away. Like, hey, don't let this get to your head. Like you may not get the base that you want with man on base right now, but you can make a diving play right now with a runs on score. And I just feel like there's always two sides of the baseball game that guys don't see. And obviously, it's an individual sport, and you want to do the best every day for yourself. But at the end of the day, if you can help the team win with a diving catch, like they're gonna talk about that, and you're part of the team. So at the end of the day, individual success is good, but we win as a team.
Yancey, thank you very much. Appreciate the time. Good luck with the surgery and best of luck with the recovery, and hopefully it's quick.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, tough break for Yancy Almonte, one of the good guys. Fans in Illinois can purchase Cubs Charities 50/50 raffle tickets starting at 10 a.m. through the end of the game at cubs.com/raffle or from a raffle ambassador at the game through the 8th inning. Coming up, the Manager's Show next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer are Chicago's Sound of Summer on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Celebra el 4 de julio con grandes ofertas en Lowe's. Compra 2 bolsas de mezcla de tierra para maceta Miracle Grow de 25 cuartos por $16 y ahorra hasta un 40% con $50 de descuento extra por cada compra de $500 en electrodomésticos selectos. Lowe's sabe de ahorros de verano. Válido hasta 7 días. Miracle Grow excluye Alaska y Hawái. Ahorros en electrodomésticos varían por compra. Aplican exclusiones. Detalles en Lowe's.com hasta agotar existencias.
Save a little more this month. Chime checking accounts have features like fee-free overdraft up to $200 with SpotMe and no monthly fees. Open your account in minutes at chime.com/goals24. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. members FDIC. SpotMe eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply.
Bosch tools are built for workers. Bosch's powerful hammer drill has kickback control to help work go more smoothly when you need it. The 2-in-1 impact driver and wrench quickly changes between bits and sockets, so you only need one tool instead of two. And the X-Lock grinder switches wheels up to 5 times faster than standard grinders when you need to change tasks in a hurry. Bosch tools take care of the job and you. Bosch tools, what hard workers deserve. Learn more at BoschTools.com.
No tienes que esperar a que te paguen para finalmente invitar a tus papás a comer. Solo te tiene que salir una oferta de sus favoritos en el McDonald's app. Ahorra con el app. Para pa pa pa. En McDonald's participantes.
Robert Half research indicates 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. If you have open roles, chances are you're feeling this too. That's why you need Robert Half. Our specialized recruiting professionals engage their skills with our award-winning AI to connect businesses of all sizes with highly skilled talent in finance and accounting, technology, marketing, and creative, legal and administrative, and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
Cubs Angels at Wrigley Field. Time now to give you access to Correct Counsel, sponsored by Access One, best in the business, managed IT, cybersecurity, and more. AccessOneIT.com. For the third straight game, Counsel is starting Tomas Nido at catcher instead of Miguel Amaya.
We just reached a point for me that, like, let's give Miguel some days off to work on some things, and see if we can just, we try to, the catching with all the day games and the kind of the challenging physical nature of the job, generally job share a little bit more, but trying to get Miguel some time just to work on some things and to reset a little bit. Cause offensively he needs to do better and he knows that, and we know that. And he's a better hitter than he's showing. And so just trying to give him some time down to work on some things.
So he's working on things at the plate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what do you see from Nito? What do you like about Nito behind the plate?
Well, I mean, I think Tomas we acquired as a veteran, able to step in quickly. I think the new set of eyes, and then really just contribute offensively and just contribute something. It's not his game is his defense, but he's contributed offensively, and you need a contribution from that spot.
The baseball board is next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Craig Counsell here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Celebrate July 4th with savings at Lowe's. For a limited time, save on the essentials you need to make your garden pop for summer, like Miracle Grow 25-quart potting mix. Get 2 bags for just $16 and get up to 40% off, plus save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances. Hurry, these deals won't last long because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 7/10. Miracle Grow excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount, excluding supply. See Lowe's.com for more details. While supplies last.
Looking to build an addition to your home and don't know where to start? At Air Room Architects, Builders, and Remodelers, we handle everything. From design and material selection to permits and supervised construction. We even have financing options. Skip the stress of supplying materials, juggling contractors, and bad design decisions. Let Air Room's turnkey design build approach create a home addition you'll enjoy for years to come. Visit airroom.com to schedule your free consultation. Air Room Remodeling. We handle everything. You're in hot water, mister.
What'd I do?
I told you months ago our utility bills were getting higher because of that old outdated tank water heater.
Maybe it's time we finally switch to a Navien tankless.
Learn about Navient's high-efficiency tankless water heaters, endless hot water, all while helping you save on your energy costs.
Hey, look at this. Our utility bill is lower since we got the Navien tankless water heater.
Who's in hot water now?
We are, all the time.
Learn more at tanklessmadesimple.com.
At Penn Foster, you can earn your high school diploma online, on your time, and on your budget. You can start your education when you're ready. You can balance school with your life and your job. You can graduate early and get a head start on your goals. At Penn Foster, you can feel confident about your future with the accredited online high school program that's made to fit your life. Enroll today at pennfoster.edu. That's pennfoster.edu.
Lowe's knows how to keep your job site running. That's why we offer free same-day delivery on the top paint and paint supply brands like Valspar, HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, Cabot, and Purdy. Order on Lowe's.com by 2 p.m. and get free same-day delivery by 8 p.m. straight to your job site. Because Lowe's knows pros. Orders placed after 2 p.m. will be delivered next day. Valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. More terms and exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/paint for more details.
Cubs hosting the Angels. It's game 2 of a 3-game set as the Cubs look for their 3rd consecutive win. Now let's pause as we get set for the playing of the national anthem here at Wrigley.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bomb bursting in air. It gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Ooh, say, does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Heather Lynn Horton and Michael McDermott performing the national anthem at Wrigley Field this afternoon. The national anthem sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun home. Time to check who we are banking on. Sponsored by Busey Bank. Building business, growing wealth since 1868. Now, since the month of July started, Seiya Suzuki has a whopping OPS of 1145 in 4 games, including 2 homers and 5 ribbies. So I'm banking on Seiya. The pitching matchup is sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Kyle Hendricks going for the Cubs. The veteran right-hander 1-6 with a 7+ ERA. Left-hander Tyler Anderson going for the Angels 7-8 with an ERA of 3.03. Around Baseball is sponsored by Great Clips. For your next haircut, go to Great Clips. It's going to be great. 1 game in progress. Bottom 3, the Red Sox with a 3-1 lead over the Yankees, the Astros and Twins about to get started in Minnesota. Here at Wrigley, it's time for baseball. Cubs, Angels, Pat, Ron, next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer bring you all the action on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Celebra el 4 de julio con grandes ofertas en Lowe's. Compra 2 bolsas de mezcla de tierra para maceta Miracle Grow de 25 cuartos por $16 y ahorra hasta un 40% con $50 de descuento extra por cada compra de $500 en electrodomésticos selectos. Lowe's sabe de ahorros de verano. Válido hasta 7 días. Miracle Grow excluye Alaska y Hawái. Ahorros en electrodomésticos varían por compra. Aplican exclusiones. Detalles en Lowe's.com hasta agotar existencias.
Bosch tools are built for workers. Bosch's powerful hammer drill has kickback control to help work go more smoothly when you need it. The 2-in-1 impact driver and wrench quickly changes between bits and sockets, so you only need one tool instead of two. And the X-Lock grinder switches wheels up to 5 times faster than standard grinders when you need to change tasks in a hurry. Bosch tools take care of the job and you. Bosch tools, what hard workers deserve. Learn more at BoschTools.com.
No tienes que esperar a que te paguen para finalmente invitar a tus papás a comer. Solo te tiene que salir una oferta de sus favoritos en el McDonald's app. Ahorra con el app. En McDonald's participantes.
This is where legends are made. Bally's Chicago Casino, where the action is unstoppable and the possibilities are unlimited. Open 24 hours, 7 days a week at the historic Medina Temple with hundreds of your favorite slots, the hottest table games, and an unbeatable energy in the heart of downtown. Bally's Chicago Casino. Bet on Bally's. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is presented by Health Markets. Shop for health insurance your way. And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Get out the tape measure, long gone. Back in the stands. That ball is gone. A game-winning home run. Can you believe it? This is what you came here for. You got the Cubs game on the score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benjamin Moore, Benny's Beverage Depot, Hefty Trash Bags, Sigler Subaru of Kenosha, Bosch Power Tools, James Hardy Building Products, Sloan, Stella Blue Coffee, Traffic Tech, Wintrust Community Banks, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, Granger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs in Wrigley Field, Arturo Tires, and by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. And now, here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer, with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from Wrigley Field in Chicago. It's the middle game of a 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Los Angeles Angels. Good afternoon, everybody. Along with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. It's a beautiful summer day here at the friendly confines. The Cubs coming off of a win yesterday, 5-1, a complete game 2-hitter by Justin Steele. Today, the Cubs will try to make it 2 in a row in this series and 3 in a row going back to the win on the 4th of July against the Phillies as they sent right-hander Kyle Hendricks to the mound against Angel left-hander Tyler Anderson. Let's go ahead and get right to the starting lineups for today's game. Lineups are sponsored by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all. Leading off for the Angels today and playing first base, Nolan Shanuel. Keston Hiura at second base. Taylor Ward is in left field. Willie Calhoun is the DH. Calhoun batting fourth. Logan O'Hoppe is catching. Mickey Moniak in center field. Zach Neto batting seventh and playing shortstop. Luis Guillorme at third base. And batting ninth, the right fielder for the Angels, Joe Adell. Those are the Angels. Here are the Cubs. Nico Horner will lead off at second base. Patrick Wisdom, the designated hitter. Cody Bellinger in center field. Batting fourth and playing right field, Seiya Suzuki. Ian Happ in left. Michael Bush batting sixth. Bush at first base. Dansby Swanson is the Cubs shortstop. David Bodie at third base. And batting ninth and doing the Cubs catching, Tomas Nido. The umpires have arrived. Emil Jimenez to call balls and strikes. Lance Barksdale is the crew chief, and he'll also be the first base umpire today. Will Little, the second base arbiter, and over at third, Nick Lentz. We are ready to go. Beautiful day. Big crowd. Let's see if the Cubs can win their third consecutive game. Back to get it started right after this on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans. It's Pete Crow Armstrong. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Celebrate July 4th with savings at Lowe's. For a limited time, save on the essentials you need to make your garden pop for summer, like Miracle-Gro 25-quart potting mix. Get 2 bags for just $16 and get up to 40% off, plus save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances. Hurry, these deals won't last long because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 7/10. Miracle-Gro excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount, excluding supply. See Lowe's.com for more details. While supplies last.
With the $5 meal deal at McDonald's, you pick a McDouble or a McChicken, then get a small fry, a small drink, and a 4-piece McNuggets. That's a lot of McDonald's for not a lot of money.
Price and participation may vary. For a limited time only.
74 degrees, cloudless blue skies overhead. Beautiful summer day. Breezy, wind blowing from right to left today. It looks like a fly ball hit in the air to left will get some carry. Game time temperature sponsored by Four Seasons. Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Your trusted local experts. Four Seasons. Kyle Hendricks is a native of Southern California. In fact, he grew up about 15 minutes away from the Angels' home ballpark. He's facing them today, and the first pitch to Nolan Shanuel is in for a strike, and away we go. And Rod, I know that Kyle would like to pick up where Justin Steele left off yesterday.
Boy, isn't that the truth? Justin with a great performance yesterday, and you know it's a special thing is Cal, nice pitch, little breaking ball. It's always fun to pitch against your hometown team where you grew up going to games and against that team, so I would think Kyle has a little extra incentive, if there's such a thing in the big leagues, to have extra incentive when you're actually playing a big league ball game.
Kyle having a tough year for him. He is 1-6. Here's the 0-2 pitch low to the left-handed batting Shanuel. Shanuel 0 for 3 yesterday. A lot of 0-fers against Justin Steele. He pitched a 2-hitter. Both of the hits came in the 5th inning. Shanuel, a 237 season average. White batting gloves on either hand. Takes high. Angels today in their gray shirts and trousers. Red numerals on their backs. Red hats and helmets. Red socks. And a variety of shoe colors. Some of them wear red shoes. Some wear white. Off-speed pitch just outside. 3-2. Cubs in their home whites. The blue pinstripes all over. White shirts and trousers. Blue hats, sleeves, numerals, and socks. Payoff pitch. Poked foul off to the left out of play. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Transform your clubhouse into a Cubs house with Cubbies Blue, Wrigley Field Green, or Marquee Red. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. The 3-2 fouled away. Ron, as you think about Kyle Hendricks facing these Angels, what are some of the keys in your mind?
Now, first and foremost, pitching ahead in the count. I think if he can do that, then all of a sudden that really, he gets the guys to expand the strike zone just a little bit.
Payoff pitch, lifted to left, slicing foul out of play.
And the one big change that we've seen from Kyle here over the last, maybe 3 weeks or so, 3 or 4 starts, is his curveball. He's using the curveball much more. If he can get the curveball, we know he's got a great change, but if he can get the curveball in for strikes and get ahead, that's where that changeup's going to come into play more.
The next pitch just inside, and that is ball 4. Tomas Nido, the catcher, held the mitt there for an extra second or two to give Emil Jimenez, a good long look at it.
No,
But it's
just
ball 4.
Just missed. A little down, a little away.
Leadoff walk. Here is Keston Hira, a 9-pitch battle against the leadoff batter, Shanuel. And Hira will take a strike. Former Milwaukee Brewer, Keston Hira. Slightly open stance. He's always had a little pop. He hits a looper into shallow right. It's going to fall for a base hit. Rounding second and holding at second and slipping and falling briefly is Shanuel. He holds at second base. It was a good pitch run in on his hands. Hira inside out with a bloop single to the opposite field for a base hit.
Yeah, I think here has seen Kyle Hendricks pitch through the years. We know that, as you said, him being in Milwaukee. And I think his approach in that at-bat was strictly to cover the off-speed pitches. So if he got the fastball in, he was just looking to shoot that ball the other way and beat the shift with Horner playing right up the middle.
Now the right-handed batting Taylor Ward will take outside for ball 1. No score. Angels threatening right away. Kyle Hendricks had one bad inning in his last start, gave up 7 runs to Milwaukee, and that was in the 4th inning. You might remember Bryce Terang had a grand slam against him. That was the big blow. And he suffered a loss in a final score of 7-1.
It looks like the right-handed hitters are really trying to stay to the other side of the diamond against Kyle.
Base hit to left, Happ over to pick it up. A run is going to score. And stumbling at third and falling down and holding at third is Shanuel. He would have scored easily, but he stumbled and fell. I'm not sure if his pride is hurt or some body part is more painful right now. He stumbled. Nobody to blame but himself.
Yeah, the turf monster got him. Yeah, no doubt about it. He was rounding third base, and the old turf monster jumped up and got him. And I think somebody in this booth says that's, has used the term, that's an old Cubs trick.
Yeah. So Shanuel at third, no score, bases loaded. And the batter, Willie Calhoun, left-handed hitter, and Calhoun takes a strike. So Kyle Hendricks with an issue right away, a walk and a pair of singles. Shanuel still kind of limping around as he takes his lead at third.
He took a pretty good spill. He really did.
Here's the next pitch, and it's off speed and down low. It might be a case around where he figured if he would have called for a trainer, it would have drawn even more attention to himself. And forget it, I'm okay. I can barely walk, but I'm okay.
Absolutely.
Right?
No doubt.
Here's the 1-1. Fastball, strike 2 call. What do you like on 1 and 2?
You got a couple options. Kyle got a little break on that one. That pitch started out inside, came up, and it was on the plate, but it was high, got the call. Do you go back to the changeup now? No.
Strike 3 call. Calhoun, a cleanup hitter with the bases loaded and nobody out in the top of the first inning, never took the bat off his shoulder. And down he goes. Big breaking ball dropped right in at the waist. And Calhoun is out number 1. And here is Logan O'Hoppe.
Well, that's that high breaking ball strike. The hitters give up on that pitch early, and Kyle drops it in at the top of the zone on the outside corner.
Fastball missing to O'Hoppe.
Like Kyle's been squeezed here a little bit. That last pitch, that's not even close to not being a strike. That one, the whole ball's in the zone. He needs that call.
Emil Jimenez calling balls and strikes. The 1-0 pitch is outside. It's ball 2. Bases loaded for the Angels. 1 away, no score, top of the first. Big crowd at Wrigley. Just under 37,000 yesterday. We're in that same neighborhood today. The 2-0 pitch. Check swing, foul at the plate. Or did he get hit by the pitch? He got hit by the pitch. And the Cubs are going to say, but it looked like he tried to swing, and that's what Craig Counsell is going to say.
Yeah,
he tried to swing at that pitch, and now the first base umpire, Lance Barksdale, might get involved as well. And Jimenez pointing down to the crew chief, Barksdale, as if to say, I did appeal, and he said no swing, right?
Yeah, he did right away. I have to say the mechanics of what was the swing or not swing, I don't think they were sure about the hit by pitch, but right away they went to first base Lance Barksdale, and he said no right away. He said no swing, and it'll be a hit by pitch, and a run will score.
So it is 1-0, a very strange top of the first inning already. Shanuel scores, and the batter now Mickey Moniak, and he will take a strike, 0-1. Moniak hitting 193, 4 home runs. He's driven in 23. Cubs need a ground ball, something they can turn. Bases full of Angels. Here's a looper into shallow right, coming over Suzuki, makes the running catch. He'll throw to the plate. Here comes the tag, the throw. He's going to be out at the plate. A double play. A double play. The Angels might challenge the call. We're going to wait to throw it to a commercial break. I don't think they're going to challenge. Suzuki made the catch over near the line, made a running throw to the plate, and a good tag by Tomas Nido on the back in between the shoulder blades. And that ends the inning. So the Angels get 1 on 2 hits. They leave 2. And at the end of a half inning, a lot of action so far. Angels 1, Cubs coming up. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Every home run and double play is called by Pat and Ron on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Celebra el 4 de julio con grandes ofertas en Lowe's. Compra 2 bolsas de mezcla de tierra para maceta Miracle Grow de 25 cuartos por $16 y ahorra hasta un 40% con $50 de descuento extra por cada compra de $500 en electrodomésticos selectos. Lowe's sabe de ahorros de verano. Válido hasta 7 días. Miracle Grow excluye Alaska y Hawái. Ahorros en electrodomésticos varían por compra. Aplican exclusiones. Detalles en Lowe's.com hasta agotar existencias.
Bosch tools are built for workers. Bosch's powerful hammer drill has kickback control to help work go more smoothly when you need it. The 2-in-1 impact driver and wrench quickly changes between bits and sockets, so you only need 1 tool instead of 2. And the X-Lock grinder switches wheels up to 5 times faster than standard grinders when you need to change tasks in a hurry. Bosch tools take care of the job and you. Bosch tools, what hard workers deserve. Learn more at BoschTools.com.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Nico Horner will lead it off against the veteran left-hander Tyler Anderson. Here's the first pitch on the way to Nico, and it's high for a ball. The announcement of the umpires in the top of the inning, sponsored by Suits 2020 and Niles, the largest selection of wedding outfits for grooms and groomsmen. Outside ball 2, the Cubs leadoff man, Nico Horner, and the leadoff batter is presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. Here comes the 2-0. Nico will take a strike. If Horner gets a base hit, Benny's Beverage Depot will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Tyler Anderson has a distinctive leg kick as he is delivering. Here's a changeup swung on and missed. In fact, he kicks at the air 2 or 3 times when he is balanced upon his left leg. His right leg is kicking like it's got about 4 or 5 flies on it. Here's a liner into center, a base hit. Nico Horner with a leadoff single. Those, of course, would be infield flies, Ron.
Yeah, very good. Wow. Top of your game today, Hall of Famer.
And here's Patrick Wisdom coming up. Would that leg kick distract you as a hitter?
Well, what you got to do is you got to get used to seeing it. The thing is it's a timing thing for the hitter, and it can kind of throw your timing off a little bit, but you got to just get used to seeing him do that a couple times.
Here's the pitch to Patrick Wisdom. Wisdom, a native of Southern California, undoubtedly has people watching on Angel Television back home today. Here comes the 0-1 from Tyler Anderson. And the pitch swung on and missed. This guy's a veteran. He's been around. His record this year, 7-8, and a good ERA, Ron, of 3.03. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he does. He's him and Kyle are very similar. They're back and forth of speed.
Fastball high, 1-2.
They're going to pitch around the zone with their off-speed stuff and their fastball. The thing about Anderson, as a hitter, you got to really get him back in the zone. If you're going to chase, he's going to let you chase. He's not going to throw a lot of strikes.
Low and outside, 2-2. 1-0 Angels. Bottom of inning number 1. We thank you for joining us. Nick Hepner is our engineer at the controls. Nice to have Nick here today as Wisdom swings and misses strike 3. Zach Zaidman working alongside. Zach's going to chime in every now and again on the out-of-town scoreboard, and he'll work with Ron Coomer in the 5th inning. 1 out, 1 on. Wisdom out on strikes, and here's Cody Bellinger.
Anderson
called.
Anderson not looking at Bellinger when he came set after getting the sign through his PitchCom device, and never did look at the hitter to let Bellinger get set. Anderson's, his fastball is going to be somewhere around 88, 89 miles an hour. Speed gun, just like Kyle. Speed gun today powered by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once.
The set and the pitch to Bellinger is a strike. Anderson's been in the big leagues since 2016. Broke in with Colorado after being drafted by the Rockies. Went to the Giants in 2020. Spent 21 with the Pirates and Seattle. 2022, he was a Dodger for a year, and now in his 2nd year with the Angels. Tyler Anderson. Lefty to lefty, the pitch to Bellinger. Swing and a miss. Sharp breaking ball, 1-2.
Well, that's just a little cutter, 82 miles an hour. Good location right on the outside corner. To me, against Anderson, he throws a lot of first pitch strikes. Then after that, the at-bat starts, and he's going to be all around the edges of the strike zone like that last pitch. That's a little cutter down and away, not in the zone.
He's made 10 career starts against the Cubs. He is 5-2 with an ERA of just over 4 in his games against the Cubs over the years. Here at Wrigley, he's been particularly good. 3-1 with a 3.2 ERA in 4 outings at the friendly confines. Now the 2-2 to Bellinger. Drilled to deep right and foul. Did not have home run distance, but it was a hard hit ball.
Belly got a little fastball inside, turned on it.
Left-handed hitters have a hard time getting hits against him.
They do, yep.
An average of just 168 for left-handed batters against Anderson. Swing and a miss. And Bellinger strikes out, so that's out number 2. And here is Suzuki. Now, Ron, I'm going to read a note. What does this mean to a hitter? With men in scoring position, Anderson is also very tough. Guys are hitting just 164 with men in scoring position. What does that mean to a hitter?
Well, what it means to me is he does a good job of using the aggressiveness of the hitter against them. So he is very comfortable pitching around the edges of the strike zone and not throwing a lot of strikes other than the first pitch. The first pitch is always strike 1, and then he's around the edges of the zone and not always in the zone.
So he's playing against your aggressiveness.
Absolutely, without question. And what we're seeing, Nico, he threw ball one for the first pitch. The rest of the guys have all been good, solid strikes, and then it's, around the zone.
The 1-1 to Suzuki down in the dust, blocked by Ohapi. 1-0 Angels, bottom of the first. Anderson seems to be pretty good about keeping runners close. Most veteran left-handed pitchers are pretty good at keeping guys close. He is set and deals. That ball is on the inside corner, 2-2.
I think it'll be interesting to see, just with that being said, Pat, about the running. The one move he made and threw over to first was not a good move.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup, strike 3. So after the single by Horner, 3 straight strikeouts by Tyler Anderson. At the end of 1, Angels 1, Cubs nothing. This is the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Ian Happ here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Celebra el 4 de julio con grandes ofertas en Lowe's. Compra 2 bolsas de mezcla de tierra para maceta Miracle Grow de 25 cuartos por $16 y ahorra hasta un 40% con $50 de descuento extra por cada compra de $500 en electrodomésticos selectos. Lowe's sabe de ahorros de verano. Válido hasta 7 días. Miracle Grow excluye Alaska y Hawái. Ahorros en electrodomésticos varían por compra. Aplican exclusiones. Detalles en Lowe's.com hasta agotar existencias.
Bosch tools are built for workers. Bosch's powerful hammer drill has kickback control to help work go more smoothly when you need it. The 2-in-1 impact driver and wrench quickly changes between bits and sockets, so you only need 1 tool instead of 2. And the X-Lock grinder switches wheels up to 5 times faster than standard grinders when you need to change tasks in a hurry. Bosch tools take care of the job and you. Bosch tools, what hard workers deserve. Learn more at BoschTools.com.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
No tienes que esperar a que te paguen para finalmente invitar a tus papás a comer. Solo te tiene que salir una oferta de sus favoritos en el McDonald's app. Ahorra con el app. Para pa pa pa. En McDonald's participantes.
Top 2, 1-0 Angels over the Cubs. The second inning is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Remember, on Southwest, 2 bags fly free. Pat?
Very good, Zach. I'll keep that in mind as we go to the second inning. Mickey Moniak made the final out in inning number 1. So Zach Neto is leading off this second inning. Neto hitting .244, 11 home runs. And Neto takes outside for ball 1 from Kyle Hendricks. Angels scored a run in the first inning. Logan Ohapi picking up the RBI. Neto waits for the 2-1 from Hendricks. Here it comes. And that pitch is lifted to right, shallow, playable. With the glasses down, Suzuki comes in and makes a running catch as he crossed into foul territory. He ran about 100 feet before he caught that ball.
Yeah, long run for Suzuki. And with the wind blowing in today, this is one of those days, opposite of what we've had here as of late. The infielders on a day like today, Pat, with the wind blowing in, got to be aggressive going out for the ball because it's going to get blown back towards the infield on those high pop-ups that aren't driven towards the outfield.
Luis Guillorme, the batter, left-handed hitter, will take ball 1. Venezuelan Guillorme did not play in the series opener yesterday. Hitting .253, the 1-0 pitch. Popped up, playable, left side, battling the sun is Bodie. over near the third base line, behind the bag, makes the catch. Just the way Bodie approached that play, Ron, tells you the sun is a tough one today.
Yeah, it's going to be a factor. Very high sky. And what I mean by that, there's no clouds in the sky whatsoever. Crystal blue sky. And we do not see any clouds as of right now. And it's difficult. It's tough as an infielder to get the ball, to try to get the ball out of the sun if it's hit directly up in towards the sun.
Joe Adele takes ball one. Second inning is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Remember, on Southwest, 2 bags play free. That's true. Could I have a second take on that one? 2 bags fly free.
Want to get away?
Yeah.
Now I've got it locked in. Sort of. Here comes the 2-0 to Joe Odell. And Adele will take a strike. It's 2-1. Also, a reminder, the Cubs count on Granger's help to keep beautiful Wrigley Field running. To get the products you need, call clickgranger.com or stop by Granger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs and Wrigley Field. Ron Washington is the manager of this Angels club, former Texas manager. He took them oh so close to a World Series title. They lost to the Cardinals back in 2011.
Now, Ron Washington, great coach, he's done a good job managing, but really fun guy, lifer in the league. Wait, where's the pitch?
Adele takes high apparently for ball 4. 1-0 Angels, 2 down, second inning, a man at first, and the batter Nolan Shanuel.
This could be a long game with these 2 guys on the bump if they're not going to get the pitches that are in the zone called a strike.
Yeah, that looked pretty good there.
Wow, that's like the 3rd or 4th one that we've seen that's been all the ball in the zone and not getting called.
Here's a liner to left. That's a base hit toward the line. Picking it up is Happ. Stopping at second is Adele. On the opposite field single by Nolan Shanuel.
Shanuel knowing, that if you get a ball up in the zone, don't try to pull it and go the other way with it against, a guy with a lot of back and forth like Kyle does. That's a pretty good piece of hitting to shoot that ball the other way.
Cubs turned a double play to end the first inning. A great catch and throw by Suzuki to the plate. 9-2 on the twin killing. Keston Hira the batter. Hira takes outside. Double plays by the Cubs, by the way, sponsored by Nissan. They make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. That's always an exciting play, though. An outfielder catches a fly ball and guns to the plate to cut down the guy trying to tag up and score. Here's a little looper, shallow right center, a base hit, a run is going to score. Crossing the plate is Adele, advancing to third, Shanuel on the RBI single by Keston Hira. 2-0 Angels.
Well, and you look at that, and that's the attack. Hira has seen Kyle Hendricks a lot through the years being with Milwaukee, and he's got 2 inside, 2-seam fastballs, and he shot them the other way. Not trying to pull the ball at all.
We are in the second inning. The first inning was powered by Invesco QQQ as Taylor Ward steps in. Toss to first, driving the runner Hira back to the bag. QQQ, tomorrow's innovation awaits with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated. This began with 2 outs and nobody on. The old leadoff walk. Or not the leadoff walk, but the walk began the rally with 2 outs. Then singles by Shanuel and Hira have produced a run. And now the next pitch inside. In fact, the first inning began with a base on balls. That's very unlike Kyle Hendricks. He has been known for his control throughout his career. Here's the 2-0, and that's a strike, 2-1.
Little 2-0 curveball from Kyle, and that kind of goes against the scouting report that most teams have from him through the years anyway. He dumped that little hook in there for a strike.
The next pitch fouled away. Ron, you and Zach and I are going to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. I'll go ahead and start. I'll say 37,073. The 2-2 pitch from Hendricks to Ward. He will throw to first to keep the runner Hira close to the bag. I could see Hira maybe running on this 2-2 pitch. How about you?
Absolutely. Yep. I will say 35,000 fans here.
The runner is going. The pitch high. Throw to second base. He's going to be out at second base. What a throw by Tomas Nido. I thought Hira ran faster than I saw him running between first and second right there. I really did, Ron.
I would agree. He just did not seem to accelerate as he was halfway to second. I don't know if he was thinking of stopping or not.
Perfect throw by Nido. 2-4 on the caught stealing. Angels get a run on 2 hits, leave 1. Middle of inning number 2, Los Angeles 2, Cubs nothing. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer are Chicago's sound of summer on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Celebra el 4 de julio con grandes ofertas en Lowe's. Compra 2 bolsas de mezcla de tierra para maceta Miracle Grow de 25 cuartos por $16 y ahorra hasta un 40% con $50 de descuento extra por cada compra de $500 en electrodomésticos selectos. Lowe's sabe de ahorros de verano. Válido hasta 7 días. Miracle Grow excluye Alaska y Hawái. Ahorros en electrodomésticos varían por compra. Aplican exclusiones. Detalles en Lowe's.com hasta agotar existencias.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
We live for the moments that move us. At Advocate Healthcare, our heart team is trusted to make more of them possible. Enjoy more moments that move you with top-ranked heart care at Advocate Healthcare.
This is where legends are made. Bally's Chicago Casino, where the action is unstoppable and the possibilities are unlimited. Open 24 hours, 7 days a week at the historic Medina Temple with hundreds of your favorite slots, the hottest table games, and an unbeatable energy in the heart of downtown. Bally's Chicago Casino. Bet on Bally's. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
First pitch, bottom of the second inning to Ian Happ. Fly ball, shallow center. Moniak will camp underneath and make the catch for out number 1. But Happ doing what you were talking about in the first inning, Ron, he recognized that Anderson was throwing first pitch strikes, so why not be aggressive?
Yeah, if you can, on the first pitch, you can not only expect a strike, but then as the hitter, you can look for a certain pitch.
Michael Busch doing the same thing, hits a ground ball to second. 2 quick outs here in the inning. Keston Hira gloving that ground ball and made the short toss to Shanuel. 2 pitches, 2 down. Second inning, 2-0 Angels, and the batter is Dansby Swanson.
And on Sunday, July 7th, Cubs take on the Angels. That's tomorrow at 1:20. Up to the first 5,500 early arriving kids 13 and under receive a Clark the Cub plushie. I know your house is full of plushies, Pat. The third in a series of 5. Purchase tickets at cubs.com/tickets. The old plushies.
Here is a strike to Dansby Swanson. I really should, after all these years, know exactly what a plushie is. I really should.
I can't believe you don't.
If there was one sitting on my scorebook right now, I would not recognize it. Is there one, by the way, on my book?
I'm looking over there. You got a water. A couple pens. And no plushies.
Okay, good. Well, that's a relief. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Swanson. Swing and a miss, strike three. 2 shutout innings for Tyler Anderson. We go to the third. Angels 2, Cubs nothing. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Catch every moment of every game all season long on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Celebrate July 4th with savings at Lowe's. For a limited time, save on the essentials you need to make your garden pop for summer, like Miracle Grow 25-quart potting mix. Get 2 bags for just $16 and get up to 40% off, plus save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances. Hurry, these deals won't last long because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 7/10. Miracle Grow excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount, excluding supply. See Lowe's.com for more details. While supplies last.
This summer, enjoy less sunscreen smell and more new car smell. Less sand stuck in between toes and more foot on pedal. Less suitcase packing and more cargo space. Make room for more than just memories this summer with a Lexus SUV. Find offers on select SUVs at the Lexus Golden Opportunity sales event. But hurry, the opportunity ends September 3rd. Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
No tienes que esperar a que te paguen para finalmente invitar a tus papás a comer. Solo te tiene que salir una oferta de sus favoritos en el McDonald's app. Ahorra con el app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. En McDonald's participantes.
I'm Phyllis, and I love my customers, especially truckers who fuel up with renewable natural gas, or RNG, which is the cleanest fuel they can use because it's made with organic waste from landfills and dairy farms. Sit anywhere. You see, RNG can eliminate carbon by up to 300%. And thanks to the experts at Clean Energy and their 600 stations, more trucks can fuel with RNG than ever.
Order up.
Clean energy, shifting carbon into reverse.
The third inning is sponsored by Grainger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs in Wrigley Field. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. And wrapping up the attendance game, my guess, 34,500, and our engineer, Nick Hepner, going with 36,972. Pat?
Okay, Zach, a brand new pitcher in the game for the Cubs. Right-hander Colton Brewer has replaced Kyle Hendricks. Hendricks worked 2 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs. Struck out 1 and walked a couple. And if there's any particular reason why he left, we'll certainly pass it along as soon as we find out ourselves.
Yeah.
Taylor Ward, the batter. 0-2. Colton Brewer, big, tall right-hander. Fires 0-2. It's down low to Ward. Well, Cubs pitching changes. Those are sponsored by James Hardy Building Products. Siding with the Cubs, James Hardy. Fastball away, 2-2.
We're coming to you live all season long from the Vesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
This pitch is outside for a ball. 3-2 run.
Now, Brewer, much different style of pitcher than Kyle. Got a good arm, big fastball. Good
Swinging
slider.
Foul back out of play. Let's see where Minnesota has jumped out to a 5-0 lead. I was reading about their designated hitter, Jose Miranda.
Yeah.
Set a team record with hits in 10 consecutive plate appearances, Ron. Think about that in the big leagues. As this pitch is taken high and inside over the head of Taylor Ward, and he'll get ball 4.
Well, this fastball just gets away right over the head of Ward. Yeah, it's just a fastball. I mean, this is definitely unintentional, but if you're Ward, you're not feeling too good about that. And, I mean, it was back and behind him, but way up, too. I mean, it just cleared everybody.
It is ball 4 to Ward. He's on. Angels lead 2-0 in the third, and here's Willie Calhoun. Calhoun hits a bouncer back to the mound. The throw to second is a bad throw into center field. Past Dansby Swanson. Racing to third is Ward. Safe at first is Calhoun. It had double play written all over it. Brewer threw the ball behind the shortstop Dansby Swanson and also down about ankle level. And no way for Dansby to even get leather on the ball.
Yeah, he throws it in behind Dansby on the left field side of the bag. What you want to do is lead the shortstop, in front of the bag so he can come up. But to me, it all happened. Brewer just tried to go too fast. He tried to turn a double play from him catching the ball instead of letting Dansby be the guy that turns the double play and just threw it away.
So the Angels, already leading 2-0, have men at first and third and nobody out for Logan Ohapi. Ohapi fouls it away, right side, out of play.
Ohapi having a good year for them. 12 home runs as a catcher, hitting .275.
He drives one down the left field line, curling foul, and into the stands. And he's the middle of the order guy, so he's thinking RBIs. Let's see if we can get him to chase a low outside breaking ball if you can right here.
Yeah.
He's going to be aggressive. Ohapi waiting in the 0-2 pitch. There was the breaking ball, but he didn't chase. We're going to get you a station ID break here shortly, maybe right after this next pitch. Walks have begun rallies in the first couple of innings. Check swing, did he go? No swing, says first base umpire Lance Barksdale.
That one was close. See if we get another shot of that in our monitor here in our booth. That was that same breaking ball you were talking about down and away. Hoppy swung, but was able to check as of Lance Barksdale's call at first.
Fastball a little bit high and outside. 3-2. A walk and an error have put men at first and third with nobody out in the third. Angels leading 2-0. The pitch. Line to right. That's a base hit. A run is in. Stopping at second is Calhoun. Logan Ohapi with his 39th run batted in, and the Angels lead 3-0.
Oh, this is a little cutter. Looks like our fastball with a little cutting action to it. And definitely does not look like he's trying to pull this ball at all. He just serves this ball the other way. And once again, 2 strikes, a pretty good approach to hitting. Got a pitch to handle and just hit it the other way and drove in a run.
Mickey Moniak steps in. Cubs infield looking for a bunt. And Moniak takes a strike. Let's pause 10 for ID. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talk Cubs with us on the Bernstein and Holmes Show, weekdays 10 a.m. until 2 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
The next pitch to Moniak is a called strike, 0-2. Logan Ohapi with a pair of RBIs today. There's a big chopper slowly hit first base side. Brewer has it. Underhand feed to Bush in time. That serves the same effect as a sacrifice bunt. Moving runners to second and third with only one away. And the batter is Zach Neto.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for the Cubs. You get that little rollover, kind of a swinging bunt. And if you were bunting, you couldn't have done that any better if you were trying to sacrifice bunt. Now the Cubs will have to, down 3-0 here in the third, they're going to have to play the infield in.
Neto fly to right his first time. Colton Brewer misses outside, ball 1. Angels with single runs in each of the first 3 innings. They had only 2 hits all day yesterday. A looper into shallow center. Coming in, Bellinger has to play it on a bounce. And a run will score on the play. A bloop single by Zach Neto. Calhoun tagging at third. Had Bellinger realized that the runner was holding, he might have tried to throw to the plate and possibly would have had a play. But I think Cody was looking elsewhere, just assuming that the runner from third would score easily.
Yeah,
Ron.
I would agree. I don't think he was looking at that runner, and I think Nito behind the plate was calling for the ball, but there's no way Nito calling for the ball from home can chance of that. We're going to have 35,000 some people here. No chance.
So it's now 4-0. And the way the Cubs have had trouble against the left-hander Tyler Anderson in the first 2 innings, you do not want to get much further behind. Cubs being out-hit 6-1, trailing 4-0. One away, runners at first and third in this third inning. And the batter is Luis Guillorme.
But it's not like the Cubs pitchers are getting banged around the yard. It's been, soft single, little base hit the other way, base hit up the middle. Nothing hit hard, but I will say this, pretty good hitting approach by the Angels to put the ball in play and use the other side of the field or the middle of the diamond.
Ron, you talk about that many times. Just don't strike out. Just put the ball in play. It's easier said than done. I fully realize that, and anyone who's played any level of ball realizes it, but it is easier said than done. Here's the pitch. Low and inside for a ball, 1-0. When you positively had to put it in play, what were some of the things you concentrated on?
I cut down my swing for sure.
Okay.
And I would spread out my feet maybe just a little bit.
So you're not striding quite as large.
Stride is much shorter. And I really I was not going to hook the ball at all. I was going to be inside the baseball and aim at right center. I was aiming right over the second baseman's head.
Swinging a foul off to the left.
Because, in those moments, inevitably, you're vulnerable to the off-speed pitch. That's what the pitcher's trying to do. So if you can cover that off-speed pitch in the zone away, you hope you can just foul off the fastball away or just dump it into right field.
Fastball in there for a strike, 2-2. Guillorme sporting a very large, dark beard. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tossed to first, chasing the runner Neto back to the bag.
Yeah, he's on the all-beard team this season.
That's a full beard.
Yeah. Now, would you ever have a beard like that?
In the summertime, no.
Okay.
In the wintertime, no. Here's a fastball high. The runner goes, and the ball bounces away from Swanson, and Horner's throw to the plate is late. And the Angels get another run. That's going to be a throwing error on Nito. A ball that bounced off the glove of Swanson. It rolled behind second. Horner picked it up, but alert base running by Ohapi. He took off for the plate, and he scores. And now it is 5-0.
Yeah, unfortunately, Swanson's trying to do 2 things. He's trying to pick this ball and maybe make a play on the steal. With the guy at third base, you've got to be able to keep that ball right in front of you. And, Swanson has such good hands, but was unable to make the pick, and the ball just trickled away.
Guillorme, meanwhile, takes low and inside, ball 4. A lot of strange plays in this ball game today.
This is one of those games you're in the dugout and the position players come in, got a little powwow, and we got to reset now, boys. This game is getting away from us, and we're not playing exceptionally good baseball right now, and we need to tighten things up here a little bit.
Joe Adell pokes it foul out of play. 5-0 Angels, top of the third. Adell had a walk and scored a run his first time. There is a strike. There have been 4 walks. 3 of the guys that walked have scored runs, and the other is at first base right now, Guillorme.
And that's,
The runners go, double steal attempt, and it will be a double steal. Crowd getting a little restless. The throw not even able to be made by the catcher, Tomas Nido. That's how big the jumps were. So Neto steals third. Guillorme swipes second. And with the infield in, a fastball is up near the hands of Joe Odell, or Adell, and the count 2-2. Infield in. Colton Brewer needs a strikeout. The pitch outside, 3-2. Right-hander to right-hander. The Cub reliever delivers. The pitch fouled away. No word from the Cubs clubhouse regarding Kyle Hendricks.
Now you've had 4 walks, a hit by pitch that drove in a run, and then 6 hits. That's a lot of traffic on the bases in the first 3 innings.
Here's a pop fly on the infield. This is going to be the second out of the inning. Making the catch is Horner, halfway between the mound and second base, and that's out number 2. And now Nolan Shanuel, the 8th man to bat in the inning, ready to step in.
That's a big pitch for Brewer to get the pop-up. Keep these guys still on the bases with 2 men on, and you want to keep this game somewhat close in hopes that, this Angels team has struggled too, to give your guys, keep them in the game enough to where you can get back in this game.
We're always reminded, Ron, even teams with losing records and in last place, they've got big league ball players on their team. These guys know how to hit. They know how to catch the ball and throw the ball and turn double plays. And even the teams at the bottom of the standings have some good pitchers. Here's a pitch low and inside, 2-1. You cannot take anybody lightly, ever. Now the 2-1. Swing and a foul at the plate, and down goes Shanuel. Fouled that one right down off of his own toe or foot, and he's hobbling around. He's in pain.
Yeah, I want to see. We get another shot here. What hit him in the back foot? Fouled the ball off and hit him in the back instep, right on that bone on the top of your foot. And he is struggling.
No padding there at all.
No.
It's just the cloth of the shoe, and that's all that is protecting you from the pain. And he's in pain. He might have to leave the game. He's having a hard time putting any weight on that left leg. Ron Washington is out looking. One of the trainers is out seeing what he can do. Sometimes you just have to give it time to let that throbbing subside.
Yeah, it was a direct hit. There's no doubt it was a foul tip right into the top of his foot. And he's still hobbled.
He's obviously in agony right now. It's so odd to have a foul off your back foot.
Yeah.
I'd say 98% of the fouls off your feet are going to be off your front foot.
Correct.
But this one hit the bat and just kept on going. Just a slight foul tip. And Shanuel is, he wants to stay in the game. Ball players always do.
Yeah, he's trying to walk it off a little bit. Yep, he'll be all right.
Manager has to decide and say, is this going to be good for the team to have you stay in? If you can't go 100% or even 90%, we got to get you out of here.
That's right. Yep. As a hitter, you just go, I get all this padding on my front foot. Where do you hit it? Off the back one. Sure you do.
Ready for the resumption of play. 5-0 Angels. Second and third. 2 down. And the pitch low and inside. It almost hit him in that foot again. It did hit him in the foot. Yeah. And he's hobbling to first. And he's going to run. He might just run right into the clubhouse. He is running down the right field line. It hit him in the same foot.
Yeah, I think it did.
Ron Washington out to take a look at him again.
Almost in the same spot. I mean, this one hits him in the toes. And talk about a bad inning for your left foot.
That's going to be all for Colton Brewer, a new man coming in from the Cub bullpen. And this pitching change by the Cubs is sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Angels 5, Cubs nothing. Bases loaded, top of the third. When we come back on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Justin Steele here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
In real estate, it's all about the amenities. I should know. I'm an agent.
At Hyundai, all of our models offer first-class features, like Android Auto, an available Bose premium audio system, heated front and rear seats, and wireless device charging.
It's like an upscale home on wheels in here.
It's your journey. Own every mile.
Lease the Tucson for $249 a month or get $1,250 bonus cash on select Tucson hybrids. Hurry in and celebrate July 4th with a great deal. Offers end July 31st. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Step into the batter's box for BetMGM's Swing for the Fences free-to-play game. Pick an area of the strike zone and take your best swing. Log into your BetMGM sports account, then visit your promotion section to access the free-to-play game. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Illinois only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary depending on market and expire 24 hours from issuance. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB2 53342 in partnership with Paradise Hotel Casino.
The out-of-town scoreboard is fueled by Citgo Tri-Clean Gasoline. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Top of the sixth inning in the Bronx, the Yankees all over the Red Sox 10-4. Ben Rice with a pair of home runs for New York. Pat, I know you were talking about Jose Miranda earlier. He's now recorded a hit in 11 straight at-bats. The Twins leading the Astros 7-1 in the top of the fourth.
Miranda, Zach, thank you, by the way, for the report. Hits in 11 straight plate appearances. Wow. So no walks, no sacrifices, nothing. Now that sets a new Minnesota record as Keston Hiura bats. Bases loaded. The new pitcher is Jorge Lopez. And the first pitch is going to be in there for a strike. 9 was the old Minnesota record. I looked for the name Ron Coomer. You must have been held to 8.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. A one hopper to short, fielded by Swanson, goes to second. There's the force. That's the inning. The Angels score 3, and they leave 3. And at the end of 2.5 innings, Angels 5, Cubs nothing on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer bring you all the action on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Instacart shopper thoughts. Avocado edition.
If I had a time machine, I wouldn't go back in time to ride a dinosaur or hang out with George Washington. I'd go forward 3 days from now to see this avocado perfectly ripe just in time for Jeff to make his guac. But hey, that's just me.
Download the Instacart app and we'll overthink shopping for you. Get free delivery on your first 3 orders while supplies last. Minimum $10 per order. Additional terms apply.
Celebra el 4 de julio con grandes ofertas en Lowe's. Compra 2 bolsas de mezcla de tierra para maceta Miracle Grow de 25 cuartos por $16 y ahorra hasta un 40% con $50 de descuento extra por cada compra de $500 en electrodomésticos selectos. Lowe's sabe de ahorros de verano. Válido hasta 7 días. Miracle Grow excluye Alaska y Hawái. Ahorros en electrodomésticos varían por compra. Aplican exclusiones. Detalles en Lowe's.com hasta agotar existencias.
We live for the moments that move us. At Advocate Healthcare, our heart team is trusted to make more of them possible. Enjoy more moments that move you with top-ranked heart care at Advocate Healthcare.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
David Bodie's On Deck. Who's On Deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at ondeck.com. Pat?
Zach, thank you. Cubs need some offense. Down by 5. David Bodie will lead off against Tyler Anderson, and the first pitch is taken down low for ball 1. Bodie hitting .321 in limited duty. Without a home run, he's driven in a couple. He hits a bouncing ball to third. One hop to Guillorme. Routine play out number 1. After giving up a leadoff single to Nico Horner, Anderson has retired 7 straight Cubs. And the batter is Tomas Nido.
Yeah, he's been pretty good last inning. The Cubs offense, he's throwing strike 1. That's his plan of attack, is to throw strike 1 right away and then pitch around the zone. Last inning, guys were on the first pitch. Didn't have much luck. Hit the ball hard a couple times, but see if they go back after that first pitch again.
Nice to have some Stella Blue coffee in our broadcast booth today. Thanks to Stella Blue and Barstool Big Cat for being the official coffee sponsors of Cubs Radio. Delicious blends, Big Cat Blend, Electric Avenue, and Positive Vibes. Bounce to third, another fairly simple play for Guillorme, and he throws to first. The play was simpler than me trying to say his name, let's put it that way. And that's out number 2, and the batter is Nico Horner.
It all worked out in the end. We're good. Yeah, 2 outs.
Sorry to interrupt, but the Cubs have given us an update on Kyle Hendricks' status. He was removed from today's ball game with low back tightness.
Okay, Zach. Well, thank you for that report. First pitch to Nico Horner is ball 1. That's Stella Blue. Thanks to them, you can pick up Stella Blue at Mariano's, Jewel, Pick and Save, the Metro Market, or order online at StellaBlueCoffee.com. Take back your mornings with Stella Blue. Horner has the only Cubs hit so far against Tyler Anderson as he takes down low. We'll be right back out here again tomorrow. Final game of the series and the homestand. It gets underway at 1:20. Hayden Wesneski against Jose Soriano. And the 2-1 pitch. Warner swings and fouls it back.
Nico got a little inside changeup. He was looking to hit that ball onto Waveland Avenue. But change of speed got him as he hit that ball right off the end of the bat.
Anderson is crafty. He's always been good at changing speeds. Here comes the 2-2. Fly ball to right, pretty well hit. Back goes Adele with a play, makes the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. On to inning number 4. Angels 5, Cubs nothing. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Celebrate July 4th with savings at Lowe's. For a limited time, save on the essentials you need to make your garden pop for summer, like Miracle-Gro 25-quart potting mix. Get 2 bags for just $16 and get up to 40% off. Plus, save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances. Hurry, these deals won't last long because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 7/10. Miracle-Gro excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount, excluding supply. See Lowe's.com for more details. While supplies last.
At Penn Foster High School, you can take control of your education. You can earn your diploma online and on your time. At Penn Foster, you can feel confident about your future with the high school program that's made to fit your life. Enroll today at pennfoster.edu.
Whether you have moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease, relief and remission can be real with Entyvio. Join the more than 250,000 people who have been prescribed Entyvio and discover how Entyvio could help you at Entyvio.com. Infusion and serious allergic reactions can happen during or after treatment. Entivio may increase risk of infection, which can be serious. Although unlikely, a risk of PML, a rare, serious, potentially fatal brain infection, cannot be ruled out. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, experience frequent infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Liver problems can occur. Ask your healthcare provider about Entivio.
Back in the second inning, Tomas Nido threw out Keston Hira trying to steal second. You could say that Nido really put some salsa on that one to throw out the runners. Salsa King of Chicago reminds you that you can put salsa on everything, available at Jewel, Osco, and Mariano's. Pat?
Well said, Zach. I like that thinking. One
Put a
ball and
little
no
salsa
strikes.
on one, huh?
And I like the way he read that. I think you ought to read that from now on, Zach.
Well, he is tight with the Salsa King of Chicago.
1 ball and 1 strike on Taylor Ward. Jorge Lopez, the third Cubs pitcher of the day. Cubs being out hit 6-1 and trail 5-0. And again, the Cubs do not want to fall much further behind. The way that Tyler Anderson has begun his day, the Angel pitcher has set down 9 in a row, and 9 of the 10 he's faced. Fastball is outside 2-2. How about the Pirates last night? Did you read about their game? They tied a club record with 7 home runs in their win against the Mets. Here comes the 2-2. Fastball is outside. Brian Reynolds and Rowdy Tellez became the first 2 teammates to each hit multi-homer games and have a grand slam in the same game.
When you have 2 grand slams in a game for your team, I like your chances.
Absolutely. Pitch inside to Taylor Ward. And that is going to be ball 4. But how about this run? All 14 runs the Pirates scored came on home runs.
Yeah.
Paul Skeens, the rookie right-handed phenom for the Pirates, improved to 5-0 with his win.
With his arm, if you give him 14 runs a game, he may not lose all the rest of the year.
I think there might be some other pitchers in that category. But you're right. He's got a 2.12 ERA.
Yeah.
His future does look awfully bright,
really
doesn't
does.
it?
We joke, but that he is some kind of young pitcher in our game. Absolutely.
A leadoff walk has put a runner on first. And Willie Calhoun at the plate. Ward at first. And the next pitch, line drive past Bush, off his glove into right field, rounding second and going to third is going to be Ward. It is a base hit for Willie Calhoun. Tough chance. The ball got to Bush very quickly. Tried to backhand the ball, got leather on it, but only slightly.
Yeah, it's one of those plays. It's kind of the do or die. You throw your glove down there. It's at your shoe tops to your right foot. So as an infielder, you come off the bag to hold the runner, and you get turned towards home. Bang, the ball's hit. You got to get that glove right down to the outside of your right foot. Very tough play.
Angels have scored in every inning so far and threatening already here in the 4th. First and third, nobody out. They lead 5-0. 4th inning is sponsored by Wintrust. Bounce to short, a run is going to score. The throw to second for 1, over to first, double play. Swanson to Horner to Bush. No RBI for Ohapi. A run does come in to score, and it is now 6-0 Angels.
And double plays turned by the Cubs, sponsored by Nissan. They make cars the thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today with Nissan with that double play.
Again, a leadoff walk has led to a run. 4 of the 6 runs scored by the Angels have been scored by guys who reached on a base on balls.
Well, you got all those. You got walks are starting to pile up. You got a hit by pitch and 7 hits in the ballgame.
Now the 0-1 to Mickey Moniak, base hit up the middle. Moniak, a 2-out single. And the inning will continue for Zach Neto.
Now, the one thing for Lopez, the important thing now for the Cubs is you got to give them some innings, right? Someone's got to stay in there and give the Cubs some innings. Try to keep this game where it's at and give the Cubs offense somewhat of a chance to get back in this game. It's warm and wind blowing out towards the left field corner. As we've seen the last couple of days, runs can be scored in a hurry.
Pop fly, right side playable for Horner, coming over, calling and squeezing. Ooh, he juggled that a little bit, but he held on. 1 run on 2 hits. The Angels leave 1. In the middle of the 4th inning, it's Los Angeles 6 and the Cubs nothing. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Nico Horner here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Celebra el 4 de julio con grandes ofertas en Lowe's. Compra 2 bolsas de mezcla de tierra para maceta Miracle Grow de 25 cuartos por $16 y ahorra hasta un 40% con $50 de descuento extra por cada compra de $500 en electrodomésticos selectos. Lowe's sabe de ahorros de verano. Válido hasta 7 días. Miracle Grow excluye Alaska y Hawái. Ahorros en electrodomésticos varían por compra. Aplican exclusiones. Detalles en Lowe's.com hasta agotar existencias.
No tienes que esperar a que te paguen para finalmente invitar a tus papás a comer. Solo te tiene que salir una oferta de sus favoritos en el McDonald's app. Ahorra con el app. En McDonald's participantes.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
"This is ludicrous."
but that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
League Leaders are sponsored by the Village of New Lenox, leading the way in residential and economic development.
Patrick Wisdom swings and misses. Zach, go ahead.
Pat, Stephen Kwan of the Guardians leads the majors in batting average at .363.
The 0-1 swung on and missed.
And Aaron Judge leads in just about everything else. Home runs and RBIs included, 32 and 83.
83 RBIs before the All-Star break. It's almost one per day. Here's the 0-2. Wisdom looks at a changeup down in the dust. Getting back to Jose Miranda of the Minnesota Twins. With hits now in 10 consecutive plate appearances. Zach is going to update that. See if he can keep that going. That's an amazing string. Wisdom strikes out on a high fastball. Out number 1. Cubs trail 6-0. The major league record is 12 consecutive hits set by 3 different men, and none in 70 plus years. Walt Dropo of the Tigers, 1952, had hits in 12 straight at-bats. Pinky Higgins of Boston, 1938. And a guy who played for the Cubs way back in 1902, Johnny Kling, K-L-I-N-G. I remember him. That was my second year as a Cubs announcer.
I think that was right before we got lights, right?
Yeah. But hits in 12 consecutive at-bats, Ron. You played in the big leagues, and we're going back many years,
right.
But Even at that time, those were the best pitchers in the world.
Yeah.
And to get hits in 12 straight at-bats.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Absolutely.
Now the 1-2 on the way to Bellinger. Inside for a ball. 2-2. Anderson coming back, and Bellinger takes just inside. The count actually on the inside corner. Bellinger didn't like the call, and he has a few words with Emil Jimenez.
I think the Cubs dugout knows that the strike zone's been floating all over the place. Yeah, and this is a high breaking ball way up top of the zone. Belly didn't like the call. It was a very delayed call also, which makes hitters even more frustrated.
Suzuki hits a fly ball to center, playable. Moniak makes the catch. 1-2-3, Cubs are retired. It's on to inning number 5. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment. Angels 6, Cubs nothing. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for Cubs baseball all season long. The Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Celebrate July 4th with savings at Lowe's. For a limited time, save on the essentials you need to make your garden pop for summer, like Miracle-Gro 25-quart potting mix. Get 2 bags for just $16 and get up to 40% off, plus save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances. Hurry, these deals won't last long because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 7/10. Miracle-Gro excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount, excluding supply. See Lowe's.com for more details. While supplies last.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty, and you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
O'Reilly. When your wiper blades do more smearing than clearing during a storm, it's time to replace them. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts and get a pair of Bosch Pure Vision wiper blades on sale now. Buy one, get one free. Offer is valid in-store only. Our professional parts people will even install them for free. Get a better view of the road at O'Reilly Auto Parts. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Listen to every moment of Cubs baseball when you're in the Chicagoland area for free on the Odyssey app. Download the app and search 670 The Score. Cubs have a new man on the mound. Left-hander Drew Smiley now pitching as Luis Guillorme leads off the top of the 5th for the Angels, and he looks at a sinking fastball for a strike. 0-1. 6-0 Los Angeles. As Smiley rocks back, high leg kick and pitch. And that one is low and inside for a ball. 1-1 the count. Kyle Hendricks started today, went just 2 innings before being removed with what the Cubs are calling low back tightness. That pitch is low and outside. 2-1 now the count on Guillorme, the Angels' third baseman. A final line on Hendricks, 2 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 1 hit by pitch. A chopper behind the mound, fielded by the third baseman. Bodie rifles a throw to first in time to get Guillorme. Bodie charging hard, scooped up the ball just left of the mound as Smiley ducked, hearing the footsteps. 1 away. The first out, sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. You had to make that play a few thousand times in your career.
I did make that play, yeah.
Here's Joe Adell. The pitch is low. 1-0 the count. Six nothing Angels here with 1 down in the top of the 5th. The pitch. Adell fouls it back off the screen. 1-1. The pitch clock is powered by Work Zone Safety. Make sure you follow Work Zone signs. It's not a game. This is game 2 of a 3-game set between the Cubs and Angels. Cubs took the opener yesterday. The pitch is a called strike. Slow-moving knuckle curveball that floats into the zone. 1-2. Justin Steele with a complete game victory, his first of the 2024 season. And the first ever complete game for Steele yesterday in his career. The 1-2. That's low. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it was an outstanding performance by Justin yesterday. You know, right from the very beginning, he started out the ball game and had a very good slider and got some punch outs with the slider early in the game. And then the command of the fastball and all around the zone was outstanding.
A high fly ball hit to deep left center field. This one is way out of here. Home run, Joe Adell, solo shot into the left center field bleachers. Now 20 rows up. It's now 7-0 Los Angeles here in the 5th.
2-2 pitch by Smiley, and he had thrown him a couple good knuckle curveballs and then goes four-seam fastball. And this one, they want it down and away, and it ends up being middle and at the knees. And Adell, big, strong guy, he hits this ball right underneath the video board and left.
431 feet for Adell. His 14th home run of the year. 7-0 Angels here with 1 down in the top of the 5th. Nolan Shanuel at the plate, and he looks at a strike on the outer half after taking a ball low. 1-1 the count. Lefty-lefty matchup as Smiley works his motion. Pitch low. 2-1. The Potawatomi Casino Hotel 5th inning. Light up your senses. Wind blowing from right to left here today at Wrigley Field. The 2-1. Shanuel looks at a strike on the inner half. Front door breaking ball from Smiley. 2-2. The next pitch is low and outside. Another knuckle curve. Full count. The payoff pitch bounced on the right side, fielded on a high hop by Bush, races to the bag, and now the toss to Smiley covering in time to get Shanuel 2 away.
Shanuel still limping from the last at bat. He fouled the ball off his back foot, and then got hit with a pitch in the back foot. He had a tough inning. And he's also the guy who slipped going around second. He's had rough time with the spikes in the feet in this ball game so far.
Here's Keston Hira. He's got 2 hits today. He swings and fouls one back off the screen. 0-1. Hira also drove in a run in the second. 7-0 Angels here with 2 down in the top of the 5th. It's been an ugly ball game for the Cubs. They have just 1 hit. Single by Nico Horner as Hira swings and misses at a curveball. 0-2.
Yeah, that was Nico's first at bat of the ball game. He got a base hit through the middle, start the game, and has not gone the Cubs' way since.
Hira, stocky right-handed batter, hits out of a crouch. The left-hander Smiley deals. That's low. 1-2.
Looking up at our video board, Keston here has been in the minor leagues, been in AAA for the Angels, and he was tearing up AAA with 18 bombs, 45 RBIs, and hitting 270. So in Salt Lake City, which is a very good place to hit. I've played in Salt Lake City many moons ago.
That last pitch low, so 2-2 the count. Yeah, Hira was called up and activated before yesterday's ball game. Luis Rengifo going on the injured list with a bad wrist. Here's the 2-2. Driven to left, angling toward the line. Happ, and he makes a running catch for out number 3. But the Angels add to their lead on a long home run by Adell. 7-0 Los Angeles. Middle 5 on the score at the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
If it happens in a Cubs game, it happens right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Celebrate July 4th with savings at Lowe's. For a limited time, save on the essentials you need to make your garden pop for summer, like Miracle Grow 25-quart potting mix. Get 2 bags for just $16 and get up to 40% off, plus save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances. Hurry, these deals won't last long because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 7/10. Miracle Grow excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusion supply. See Lowe's.com for more details. While supplies last.
See 4abc.com for details. When it comes to beating the heat, fans just won't cut it. Ice cold AC is a must. Luckily, a great offer on a new AC is just around the corner. Call ABC's experts now to get your AC installed as soon as today and 0% financing until 2026. That's right. One visit from ABC's knowledgeable professionals and you can stay cool and comfortable without breaking the bank. For cool air all summer long, visit 4abc.com, the number 4abc.com, and consider it done.
With the $5 meal deal at McDonald's, you pick a McDouble or a McChicken, then get a small fry, a small drink, and a 4-piece McNuggets. That's a lot of McDonald's for not a lot of money.
Price and participation may vary. For a limited time only.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Host your next outing at a private suite located on the Wrigley Field suite level. This all-inclusive experience starts at 8 guests for select games. For details, visit cubs.com/premier. Ian Happ leads off the last of the 5th and looks at a fastball for a strike on the outer half from Tyler Anderson, the veteran left-hander going for the Angels. It's all Los Angeles this afternoon, a 7-0 lead over the Cubs. Now the 0-1. Check swing. Did Ian go? No swing on appeal, says the first base umpire, the crew chief Lance Barksdale. 1-1 the count. The Angels have retired 12 Cubs in a row since Nico Hoerner led off the first with a single. The 1-1. Pulled on the ground to third, fielded by Guillorme, roaming to his left. His throw to first in time. Make it 13 in a row retired now by Anderson. As Haps the first out here in the bottom of the 5th inning, it'll bring up Michael Busch.
Now, one thing we're seeing Anderson, kind of doing what he wants. He's throwing that fastball. He'll throw one inside on occasion or slider into the righty, but then everything gets kind of fading away from them and getting the rollover ground ball.
As Busch looks at a fastball for a strike, 0-1. 7-0 Los Angeles. Anderson works his motion. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Bounces that one in front of home plate. 1-1 the count. We're coming to you live all season long for the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Anderson facing home plate. Now delivers. Line drive looped into right field for a base hit over the head of a leaping Hira at second base. So Michael Busch finally gets the Cubs off the schneid. 13 in a row had been retired by Anderson until Busch's single just moments ago.
Michael gets that outside cutter, I believe. It was up and out over the plate and just stays through this ball pretty well. And a little top spin lob over Hira's head at second for the Cubs' second hit of the ball game.
This is Wimbledon season as Dansby Swanson fouls one back, 0-1 the count.
Yeah, that would be 15 love.
Right. Ever been?
I have not. Have you?
Neither have I. It's something I'd like to do. Busch extends his lead off of first base, being held on by Shanuel. Here's the pitch to Swanson. A big swing and a miss. 0-2.
Now, I would assume you've gone to the U.S. Open in Flushings, right?
Yes.
You grew up kind of out that way.
It's very different. It's a little bit more rowdy in New York.
Yeah.
It's not as proper
No.
as Wimbledon. There was one time where the Cubs were playing the Mets during the U.S. Open. And a lot of the tennis stars were staying at our hotel. 0-2 the count. A long set by Anderson and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Swanson is retired. 2 away. And I was on the treadmill running. All of a sudden, I noticed someone's running really hard next to me, to my right. I mean, going full speed, at a speed I can't even imagine going. It was Serena Williams.
Yeah, there you go.
Incredible shape. David Bodie at the plate. He swings and misses at a changeup from Anderson. 0-1. Believe that's the same hotel in New York that Pat met Shaquille O'Neal in the fitness center. Here's the 0-1. Tap foul off to the left by Bodie, 0-2.
Yeah, the difference was Shaq wanted to do what Pat was doing.
Yeah.
Pat was running, and Shaq, being the small guy that he is, was unable to run.
Yeah, the knees were giving him some issues.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Not Pat. He's indestructible. Man at first, 2 away. Here's the 0-2. Hit on the ground is short. Charging Neto. He fields and throws to first in time to get Bodie. That's out number 3. Bush stranded on the bases. We head to inning number 6. The Angels up big, 7-0 over the Cubs. On the score at the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Anything can happen anytime in any game right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Celebrate July 4th with savings at Lowe's. For a limited time, save on the essentials you need to make your garden pop for summer, like Miracle-Gro 25-quart potting mix. Get 2 bags for just $16. And get up to 40% off, plus save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances. Hurry, these deals won't last long, because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 7/10. Miracle-Gro excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusion supply. See Lowe's.com for more details. While supplies last.
No tienes que esperar a que te paguen para finalmente invitar a tus papás a comer. Solo te tiene que salir una oferta de sus favoritos en el McDonald's app. Ahorra con el app. Para pa pa pa. En McDonald's participantes.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
This is ludicrous.
but that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
Today's Woodman's home run inning contestant is Bob Engels from Genoa, who will win the Woodman's gift card jackpot of $850. If a North Sider hits a home run this inning, you can enter with a QR code at any Chicago area Woodman's. Good luck, Bob. Today's Woodman's home run inning contestant, service and savings. That's Woodman's. And Pat, we were mentioning in the last inning that time where you famously met Shaquille O'Neal in the fitness center in our hotel in New York.
Yes, I did, Zach. As a matter of fact, it was here's a swing and a smash off the bat of Ward, backhanded by Bodie at third. Nice play by David. Throws to first in time. And that is out number 1 here in the 6th inning. It was in New York. Cubs are playing the Yankees or the Mets in a series. And apparently Shaq was there doing some television work. And we both were in the same fitness center. And I did my little run on the treadmill. And as I was done, I was getting a towel or grabbing an apple or 2. And I hear this voice behind me say, "I really envy you." And I thought, he can't be talking to me. and he said it again. I really do admire you and envy you. And I turned around. There's Shaq O'Neal, the biggest human being I've ever seen in my life. nice, very friendly.
Yeah, very nice.
Smiling,
Yeah, very nice guy.
but
Yeah.
I couldn't believe the size of his shoulders,
yeah.
just the size of his body.
Yeah,
it was
he's a
incredible.
big human.
And I said, now, why would you admire me?
Now,
And he
is
says,
it because he knew you were a better shooter than him?
well, that came
The
later.
gunner. That came later? Okay, just check.
No, that never came up, actually. But I said, well, why do you admire me? I said, I admire you for all the years you played in the NBA. He says, I can't do what you do. I can't run on the treadmill anymore because of all those years of pounding on the hardwoods in the NBA. And he was very pleasant. And,
Yeah, he's a very nice
and
guy. Yeah.
he knew that I knew who he was. So, we smiled and chatted for a moment. But, yeah, he was a good guy. It was a very positive impression that I had of Shaq.
Now, I could see how that would be. And I could see you in, hi, I'm Shaq. Hi, I'm Gunner. How you doing? Uh-huh.
But I mentioned how much I enjoyed the shows with Ernie Johnson.
Yeah,
and
very good.
Charles Barkley and Shaq. And is it Kenny? Kenny
Smith?
Kenny the Jet Smith.
They're
Smith.
very good together. They're entertaining and knowledgeable. And here's the 3-2 to Calhoun. Popped up foul. This ball is back and out of play. But, Zach, we were talking about the player for the Minnesota Twins, Jose Miranda. Is there an update on Jose?
The latest is make it 12, according to MLB's site on X, formerly known as Twitter. Jose Miranda has hits in 12 straight at-bats, the longest streak in the expansion era, so dating back to 1961. How about that?
We understand there's a memo being read to him. Here's a fastball up and in. That's ball 4 to Willie Calhoun. I'll go ahead and read the memo. It says, Mr. Miranda, you have the right to remain silent. You have the right also to remain sizzling hot at the plate. Anything you say can and will be used by the local and national sports media outlets. You have the right to speak to an agent, and if you do not have one, they will be lined up around the block trying to represent you.
The first one named
these?
Pat Hughes.
Do you understand these rights, Mr. Miranda?
Oh, wow.
So that's an
Very official.
About as official as anything is on Cubs radio.
Yeah.
Here's a foul off to the right and out of play. But he is amazing, Ron.
Yeah.
12 straight hits.
Think of that.
What was your best run? I know you were a good hitter for a long time. Did you get 7 or 8?
I would bet. Yeah, I would think so. I think I had, I think I had like a 4-for-4 day and then a couple hits. So maybe 6, next at bats and the next day were back-to-back base hits. I think 6 was my best if I remember correctly.
Life is good when you've got 6 straight hits.
Yeah.
Food
Yeah.
tastes good.
Oh, yeah. Steaks are great. Yeah. Everything tastes better.
Logan O'Hoppe, the batter, he will take strike 3 called. And that's going to be out number 2. 2 down, a man at first. And Mickey Moniak is due up for the Los Angeles Angels. They lead 7-0 here in the 6th inning.
Good backdoor hook from Smiley there. Hit the corner. Get the punch out.
Moniak, left-handed batter, 1 for 3 in the game, swings and misses. The first out in the inning, sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. Drew Smiley's next offering, curve wrapped on the ground to second, scooping it up as Horner throws to first in time. Angels do not score for the first time in the game. They're held scoreless in a full inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Angels 6. Check it. Angels 7. Cubs nothing. This is the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Jameson Tyone here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Celebrate July 4th with savings at Lowe's. For a limited time, save on the essentials you need to make your garden pop for summer, like Miracle-Gro 25-quart potting mix. Get 2 bags for just $16 and get up to 40% off, plus save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances. Hurry, these deals won't last long because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 7/10. Miracle-Gro excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount, excluding supply. See Lowe's.com for more details. While supplies last.
At Innovative Ketamine, we're seeing life-changing results for over 75% of our patients with severe depression.
Like me.
And me. Warning, ketamine may cause side effects like
Looking forward to starting the day.
getting back to the things I forgot I loved.
Being social again.
Innovative ketamine treatments don't just camouflage the symptoms, they treat the cause, improving the lives of people suffering from depression. Plus, we have experienced on-site therapists. Visit innovativeketamine.com.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Tomas Nito is on deck. Who's on deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at ondeck.com. Pat?
Nito will try to crank up a Cubs rally as he swings and misses at the first offering from Tyler Anderson. Cubs with only 2 hits. Anderson has walked no one. He has been in complete command from the start of this game. Wrapped on the ground to short, backhanded by Neto, long throw, good throw, out number 1. So Nito bounces out to Neto. 1 away, and here is Nico Horner.
Now, one thing you see in this game, Anderson, that's the back and forth that we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast. Him being able to go back and forth, pitch inside on occasion to show the hitter, especially the right-hander, and then fade that ball away, whether it's two-seam fastball or off-speed pitch, and get the rollover ground ball. And he's been effective doing that today.
Very few hard hit balls. We're going to pass along an ID break. In fact, right now, 10 for ID. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams on the Parkins and Spiegel Show, afternoons 2 to 6 on The Score, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, on Odyssey Sports Station.
Tyler Anderson of the Angels, the left-hander deals, high, ball 3. Wind blowing toward left. If you get some guys on base, you can catch up relatively quickly on a day like today. But the issue has been getting guys on base against Anderson.
Well, Anderson has not walked a guy in the ball game. That's one key, and the Cubs have 2 hits.
Both singles. 3-1 delivery to Nico is a strike.
Oh, my.
Horner ready to drop his bat and take his base.
That pitch is way high. That's not even close. Been a struggle behind home plate today, amongst other things. It's a high breaking ball that never really gets close, but it seems like when it rains, it pours for your team when things aren't going good.
And the 3-2 to Horner. Bounce to third. Gloving it is Guillorme, running throw to first in time. And that's out number 2. 2 gone, nobody on. 7-0 Angels, bottom of the 6th here at Wrigley. Big crowd. I think they just announced the figure. I did not hear it.
I think it was 36,420, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see how we did later on in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Patrick Wisdom with 2 outs and nobody on takes down low. Pat's the DH for the Cubs today. Designated hitters for the Cubs. Sponsored by BBQ Authority. Visit BBQ Authority in Lisle. Wisdom swings and chops it foul, 1-1. Anderson, because he has not walked anybody, has kept the pitch count low. This next offering will be his 70th of the day with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Popped up foul and out of play.
Well, once he started getting, after that 3rd inning, his team put up a 3 spot, so they were up 5-0. And since that moment, you can tell he has been on the absolute attack, in the strike zone for the most part, and a lot of fading 2-seamers and changeups away from the right-handed hitters.
Wisdom strikes out swinging, and the inning comes to an end. Cubs are held scoreless again. We go to the 7th inning. Angels 7, Cubs nothing on the score, and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Catch every moment of every game all season long on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Lowe's knows how to keep your job site running. That's why we offer free same-day delivery on the top paint and paint supply brands like Valspar, HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, Cabot, and Purdy. Order on Lowe's.com by 2 p.m. and get free same-day delivery by 8 p.m. straight to your job site. Because Lowe's knows pros. Orders placed after 2 p.m. will be delivered next day. Valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. More terms and exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/paint for more details.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Is your vehicle stopping like it should? Does it squeal or grind when you brake? Don't miss out on summer brake deals at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
No tienes que esperar a que te paguen para finalmente invitar a tus papás a comer. Solo te tiene que salir una oferta de sus favoritos en el McDonald's app. Ahorra con el app. Para pa pa pa. En McDonald's participantes.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
We will be right back out here again tomorrow. The series finale, it starts at 1:20. Sunday, the Cubs will be giving away a Clark the Cub plush toy to the first 10,000 fans. There will also be kid-friendly activities set up on Gallagher Way. Gallagher Way, that's a place just made for fun. Lots of space to play catch, hang out, just outside the ballpark. Gallagher Way, you'll enjoy it. Zach Neto leads off the 7th inning for the Angels. Ethan Roberts is the new Cubs pitcher, and his first pitch misses for ball 1. Go to Cubs.com for ticket info. Maybe we'll see you out here again tomorrow. Neto will take a strike from Roberts. Neto had a run-scoring single back in the 3rd. If you're just joining us, the Angels scored in each of the first 5 innings today. Logan O'Hoppe hit by a pitch in the 1st, made it 1-0. Keston Hiura's RBI single in the 2nd made it 2-0. A 3-run rally in the 3rd featured RBI hits by Logan O'Hoppe and Zach Neto. Single run in the 4th. A run scoring on a double play ball. Here's a deep fly ball to right and a nice running catch by Seiya Suzuki. Angling toward the line, getting close to the sidewall. You had the wind and the sun to deal with as well. Very nice catch by Seiya Suzuki.
We've talked about it many times, how difficult it is playing the outfield here with the wind and the conditions. And we were just talking about it 2 days ago about that sidewall and making the play there, because even though it's padded, it's brick right behind that, but an excellent play by Seiya.
First out in the inning, 7-0 Angels. is a looper into left center, falling in there for a base hit. Happ picking it up on one bounce and fires it back in. Guillorme has a one-out single. I was recapping the scoring for you. The final run came in the fifth inning on a long home run by Joe Adell. Cubs have been stymied on just 2 singles through 6 innings by left-hander Tyler Anderson. The bespectacled right-hander Ethan Roberts working on Adell. First pitch strike. Zach is keeping close tabs on Jose Miranda. Miranda with hits in 12 consecutive at-bats. That ties a big league record, by the way. Now, if those came in consecutive plate appearances, that may very well have set a new record.
Right?
I mean, no sacrifices or walks or hit by pitches can be in the middle of this hit string. Here's a pitch down low for a ball.
You would think after a while, a pitching staff, when a guy just keeps wearing you out and keeps getting hit, you do something different.
What would you do?
Walk him. Try someone else. The olden days, they'd probably hit him.
Yeah. It's a ball game, kind of a high-scoring game. It's 7-3 Minnesota in the 6th inning. Fly ball to right, routine for Suzuki. And Adell is out number 2. Guillorme stayed at first. 7-0 Angels. 7th inning stretch coming up shortly. Nolan Schanuel ready to step in. First out in the inning sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. Ethan Roberts comes set and delivers to Schanuel. It's fouled away. The 7th inning stretch sponsored by Volvo plug-in hybrid vehicles. Electric cars with a backup plan. Visit your local retailer to learn more. Roberts with a brand new ball ready for the 0-1 to Schanuel. Line to left center. There's a base hit over to cut it off Happ. Stopping at second is Guillorme. Schanuel on base for the 4th time today. His 2nd hit. He's also been walked and hit by a pitch.
Yeah, the approach for the Angels today was a very good one offensively. They were going to use the other side of the diamond against Kyle. And then it seems like to me they just continued kind of that approach all game. And, you know, they got one ball that they hit a long way, a home run by Adell in the 5th inning, but they've really kind of just sprayed the ball around the field.
Castanheira swings and misses. We are coming to you live from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. QQQ. And the 0-1. Fly ball to center. Bellinger going back, makes the catch. Cody almost came in too far, had to hustle back, reach up and make the catch going away. Angels don't score. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's time for the stretch. Los Angeles 7 and the Cubs nothing. This is the score. And the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. The guest conductor today, Lauren Alana.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I'll ever get back, 'cause if you root for the Cowboys, if they don't win, for it's 3 times around and be over.
If it happens in a Cubs game, it happens right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Celebrate July 4th with savings at Lowe's. For a limited time, save on the essentials you need to make your garden pop for summer, like Miracle Grow 25-quart potting mix. Get 2 bags for just $16 and get up to 40% off, plus save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances. Hurry, these deals won't last long because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 7/10. Miracle Grow excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount, excluding supply. See Lowe's.com for more details while supplies last.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Left-hander Tyler Anderson has been in command today, working on a 2-hit shutout. His curveball swung on and missed by Cody Bellinger. Bellinger has struck out twice. Getting a little bit late on this Saturday afternoon, bottom of inning number 7. Bellinger takes just inside for one of the few times today. Anderson dropped down sider on that time.
Yeah, the only other time I recall was against Bellinger again.
Off-speed pitch, swung on and missed, and the count 2-2. He's working quickly. He just looks confident out there today. Tyler Anderson. We've seen him do this before against the Cubs. He gets into a rhythm. He's got very good control, changes speeds very effectively. Yeah. Bounce to second, routine play for Hira. Short toss to first in time.
And manager challenges today. They take a second look, and a second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Time and temperature, that's always brought to you by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. Suzuki takes a strike.
And Cubs haven't scored yet, but RBIs by Cubs batters. They're sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter.
Anderson missing outside, 1-1. Cubs being out-hit 11-2. And now the 1-1. Bounce toward third, fair, fielded by Guillorme. A long throw and a good throw in time. Out number 2. A lot of routine plays behind Tyler Anderson.
A little fastball inside, went a few fastballs inside that was hittable, but might have been in off the plates a little bit, but another 2-hopper to an infield on the left side.
Well, the first All-Star game was played on this date way back in 1933. You know where it was played, Ron?
Comiskey Park?
Yes,
right?
sir. Good for you. Do you know who hit the first home run?
Oh, that has to be Babe Ruth.
It
right?
was.
Right.
And the American League beat the Nationals 4-2 at Comiskey. Connie Mack over John McGraw. Two legendary baseball managers in that first All-Star game. This pitch is fouled away. 1983. Harvey Keene, the late Harvey Keene, managing the American League. And the Americans established a convincing 13-3 win over the Nationals in the All-Star game. It was a grand slam, Ron. It was the first ever in All-Star game competition. Do you know who hit it? Left-handed batter.
Fred Lynn.
Very good. You get bonus points if you can tell me the pitcher against whom he hit the grand slam.
Left-handed pitcher, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he was.
Atlee Hammaker?
Yes, he was. Ding, ding,
that?
ding, ding,
There
ding.
we go.
That's the bonus bell right there for you. 2-2 pitch is fouled down the left field line.
You know, I remember watching that game as a kid here in Chicago. You know, games played here, and you're all locked in. And Fred Lynn. So the following year, I got to, you're part of the Illinois All-State team, and I got to watch Lynn, as part of the Angels, take batting practice for the game. Talk about the smoothest swing you've ever seen. I just was amazed as a kid how smooth and how far he could hit the ball and smooth.
It was a natural swing, wasn't it? I agree. Fred Lynn bounced to first off the bat of Happ. Happ, fielded by Shanuel, unassisted play ends the inning. We move to inning number 8. It's been all L.A. today. Angels 7, Cubs nothing. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Cody Bellinger here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
No tienes que esperar a que te paguen para finalmente invitar a tus papás a comer. Solo te tiene que salir una oferta de sus favoritos en el McDonald's app. Ahorra con el app. Para pa pa pa. En McDonald's participantes.
Celebrate July 4th with savings at Lowe's. For a limited time, save on the essentials you need to make your garden pop for summer, like Miracle-Gro 25-quart potting mix. Get 2 bags for just $16 and get up to 40% off, plus save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances. Hurry, these deals won't last long because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 7/10. Miracle-Gro excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount, excluding supply. See Lowe's.com for more details while supplies last.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
It's been all Angels so far. Top of the 8th inning, 7-0 Angels. This 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars of the K to donate your car today, Patrick.
Well, we're going to see how we did in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game as we move along in this 8th inning. Cubs right-hander Ethan Roberts working on Taylor Ward. 1 ball and 1 strike. 8th inning, 7-0 Angels. Wind blowing toward left. Ward has been on 3 times with a single and a pair of walks. He has scored twice. Takes ball 2. Looks like Nick Hepner was our winner in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Nick guessed 36,972. He was only off by about 500. The actual figure, 36,420. And the 2-2 is down low for a ball.
That's pretty good.
Nick
right in here.
Nick ineligible, however, for the cash prize.
Yeah.
It's a shame. He would have received a C note from each of the other 3 contestants. We neglected to tell him the rules. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Drilled toward right center on the run. Bellinger makes the catch. And that's out number 1.
C note, you say, huh? He came up a little short. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, Nick.
A lot of things in life in that woulda, coulda, shoulda category.
Yeah. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers. They're sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai, and you can get an extra one if you had an extra couple C notes. But
Willie Calhoun will take a strike. Calhoun, the DH, reached on an error, singled and walked, and also struck out. Left-handed batter takes outside for a ball, 1-1.
Safe at the plate today. They're sponsored by Granger. Think safety, think Granger.
Now Roberts from the stretch, the right-hander set and fires. Ball fouled away off the hands out of play. Please stay tuned for the Toast of the Game, sponsored by Benny's and named by Ron Coomer. We normally do that in the 9th inning. And the 1-2, low and inside. It's 2-2. Cubs heart of the lineup, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. You can book a low fare today at southwest.com. Now the 2-2. Here it comes. Fouled away off to the left out of play. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers today, brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. You never know in this crazy game. It's not like you can run the clock out in some of the other sports. Play keep away. You can't play keep away in baseball. You got to throw that pitch over the plate and let the other guys take their swings.
No time clock. That's right.
Because of that, you never know. Now the 2-2 to Willie Calhoun. Looped into left center. Happ coming in. Makes the catch. Nice running grab by Ian. That's out number 2. All doubles by Cubs batters, sponsored by Traffic Tech. Double up your business with Traffic Tech, the hardest working team in transport.
And stolen bases by Cubs. For every stolen base, Turo Tire will donate to Keeping Families Covered. That's nice. Stirred by a Turo Tire.
Logan O'Hoppe, the batter, takes a strike. O'Hoppe has driven in 2 today. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning with the bases loaded. And then he singled to drive in a run in the 3rd. Swinging strike 2, 0-2.
Cubs will need a couple doubles. They're going to get back into this game, and doubles are sponsored by Traffic Tech. Double up your business with Traffic Tech, the hardest working team in transport. Traffic Tech.
Fly ball deep left center. On the run, Bellinger and Happ. The ball bounces in between the two, and it's going to be a double for Logan O'Hoppe. Bellinger ended up sliding. Neither man came all that close to catching the ball. It was hit directly between the left and center fielders.
And it seems to me, I thought Belly had somewhat of a beat on it. And, when you look back up the flags are blowing towards that left field corner, towards the foul pole. And I think what's happening is that ball was continued to get blown away from Bellinger and was just unable to get to it.
Mickey Moniak, the batter. Moniak will take a strike. Now let's bring in Zach for this one. A couple of them, actually. Zach wants us to remind you that all walks by opposing pitchers are sponsored by North Shore Adult Diapers. Reassuringly strong protection. Next pitch missing for even the heaviest control problems. And also, Zach, it's time for the At Our Best moment of the game. Next pitch, line to right, curling foul, and out of play.
I think it was when Nick Hepner, a very talented engineer, won the attendance game with a great effort.
I guess we'll go with that.
Yeah.
When things are at their worst, we're at our best. Here's a fly ball to center, deep, but playable for Bellinger. He's there, drifting to left center, making the catch. Inning over, no runs and a hit, a man left, middle of inning number 8. Angels 7, Cubs nothing. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Anything can happen anytime in any game right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Celebrate July 4th with savings at Lowe's. For a limited time, save on the essentials you need to make your garden pop for summer, like Miracle-Gro 25-quart potting mix. Get 2 bags for just $16 and get up to 40% off, plus save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances. Hurry, these deals won't last long because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 7/10. Miracle-Gro excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for more details. While supplies last.
No tienes que esperar a que te paguen para finalmente invitar a tus papás a comer. Solo te tiene que salir una oferta de sus favoritos en el McDonald's app. Ahorra con el app. Para pa pa pa. En McDonald's participantes.
Whether you have moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease, relief and remission can be real with Entyvio. Join the more than 250,000 people who have been prescribed Entyvio and discover how Entyvio could help you at Entyvio.com. Infusion and serious allergic reactions can happen during or after treatment. Entyvio may increase risk of infection, which can be serious. Although unlikely, a risk of PML, a rare, serious, potentially fatal brain infection, cannot be ruled out. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, experience frequent infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Liver problems can occur. Ask your healthcare provider about Entyvio.
There are a lot of inconsistencies when growing soybeans. The soil, the weather, the market. You need something you can count on, like Revitech fungicide from BASF. It consistently outyields other fungicides by up to 9.5 bushels per acre, consistently wins in on-farm head-to-head comparisons, and consistently makes for happy farmers. Revitech fungicide. Visit revxfields.com for full results. Always read and follow label directions. Yield data based on summary of 2019 through 2022 Revex field scale demonstration trials.
The out-of-town scoreboard is fueled by Citgo Tri-Clean Gasoline. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. One final on the board. How about this? The Yankees crushed the Red Sox 14-4 in New York. Then Rice, a rookie first baseman, with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. He was called up when Anthony Rizzo went down with injury. That.
Anthony's feeling better after watching that ball game. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Michael Bush from Tyler Anderson.
There's
Anderson
another famous Yankee that had that happen to him, too.
Holy Pip. 2,000 games later, Lou Gehrig was still going strong.
I don't know if Wally got much more service time after that.
Yeah. Most expensive headache in history.
Ooh, man. Take 2 Tylenol and get back out there. I mean,
yeah, let's see what else happened on this date in baseball history. Ron Santo. I saw his son, Ron Jr., outside the ballpark today. Good to see him.
Yeah.
But Ronnie on this date against the Expos in a doubleheader, 1970, had 10 runs batted in one afternoon here at Wrigley. It says his 2-run homer was the winner in the opener. He had a grand slam and another 2-run homer in the nightcap. A total of 10 runs batted in. His grand slam was against the Expos' Mike Wegener.
10 RBIs in a day.
What was your tops in a doubleheader? You had to have some 7 or 8s.
Yeah, I know I had, as a younger guy in the minor leagues, I had a couple big numbers. I 4 home runs in a day, so that had to total some big RBI numbers.
Bush takes strike 3 call, a fastball. Out number 1, and the batter Dansby Swanson. Do you remember where you were in the minors? You probably do.
I want to say it was AA is where I did that.
Now, speaking of big RBI days, Crosley Field, the old ballpark in Cincinnati, 1949, a ball player by the name of Walker Cooper. Listen to the day he had, Ron. 6 for 7.
Okay.
3 home runs and 3 singles. That's 6 hits. 5 runs scored and 10 RBIs. The final score, the Reds beat the Cubs 23-4.
So what does that box score look like?
6 for 7 with 3 homers, 3 singles. So he would have been 7 ABs, so 7, 5, 6, 10. I've never seen that before.
No, me neither.
Low and inside to Dansby Swanson. Another big RBI day by Boog Powell, 1966, tied an American League record with 11 runs batted in a doubleheader. He had a grand slam that day in game 1. And strike 3 to Swanson. Dansby is out number 2. Anderson really rolling along, has set down 10 in a row, make it 11 in a row. He's only allowed 2 singles all day long. One was to the first hitter of the game, Nico Horner. And then Michael Busch had a 1-out single in the 5th. Here's a line drive to center. There's a base hit for David Bodie. Bodie gets a 2-out single. What's the key to keeping the level of concentration at a professional level in a game like this, Ron?
I just think we've talked about this before. The key to things like this is you're playing in a big league game and you don't give away big league at bats. You grind through the ball game until the game's over.
Here's a bounce to third, glove by Guillorme, throws to first. Retires Tomas Nido, and the Cubs are done in inning number 8. It's on to the 9th. Angels 7, Cubs nothing. This is the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Pete Crow Armstrong here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Celebrate July 4th with savings at Lowe's. For a limited time, save on the essentials you need to make your garden pop for summer, like Miracle Grow 25-quart potting mix. Get 2 bags for just $16 and get up to 40% off, plus save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances. Hurry, these deals won't last long because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 7/10. Miracle Grow excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for more details. While supplies last.
No tienes que esperar a que te paguen para finalmente invitar a tus papás a comer. Solo te tiene que salir una oferta de sus favoritos en el McDonald's app. Ahorra con el app. Para pa pa pa. En McDonald's participantes.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard. Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Listen to every MLB game live. Plus, watch the minor leagues, MLB Big Inning, and available pre-post games. No blackouts. Visit MLB.com/@bat for details. Huh?
Zach, thank you. Reminders, the first outs in the inning. Brought to you by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. Time to name a catch of the game. Tyson Miller, the new man on the mound for the Cubs. Tall, lanky right-hander fires outside to Zach Neto. Neto, Guillorme, and Adele here in the 9th inning for the Angels. Angels got a run in the first, and they've led all day. Cubs just have not been able to get anything going against Tyler Anderson. Anderson might do what Justin Steele did yesterday, and that's pitch a complete game.
He is at 98 pitches in the game. So it'll be up to Ron Washington whether or not you just leave him out there and let him try to get a quick 9th inning.
Fastball missing, 3-1. There is activity, as you say that, Ron, in the Angel bullpen. Ben Joyce starting to throw.
I would run him back out there, though, wouldn't you?
Sure. These days, they're so rare to give your whole bullpen a full day off. It's just not something that happens very often at all.
You know, you give him like a 12, 15 pitch count in that inning, and if he doesn't do it then you get him out of there.
Here's the 3-2 from Miller to Neto. Line towards short, 1 hop to Swanson on the edge of the outfield grass. Throws to first in time. Bush just was able to keep the right foot on the bag as he stretched out for that throw. Good play by both men, 1 away. And here's Guillorme.
Then nice play by Dansby. Good footwork at first base by Bush. He comes way up the line, makes this catch, and does not collide with the hitter. Excellent play.
We're going to call that the catch of the game, sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Things aren't so hush-hush in Des Moines, where only the S's are silent. Discover the best of the Midwest at CatchDesMoines.com.
And how about our hardest working player of the game, sponsored by Bosch Power Tools? What hard workers deserve. And we will go with Roberts, who came in and through the last couple innings of shutout baseball. So Ethan Roberts will be our Bosch Power Tools hardest working player of the game.
Guillorme 1 for 3 with a walk. Tyson Miller ready. The tall right-hander comes back 1-1. And Guillorme pulls it foul off the screen above the dugout on the first base side. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. It's about that time, Ron, for you to think about naming the Benny's Beverage Depot Toast of the Game, ball player. Fly ball to center. It's got routine written all over it for Cody Bellinger. Out number 2.
Not a lot of candidates in today's ball game, that's for sure. Cubs have had a struggle today. Down 7-0, and they only got 3 hits in the game so far.
Game number 90 here today. So you're well beyond the midway point.
I think we got to go back with Ethan Roberts. He's the only Cubs pitcher so far that has thrown. Now, Miller's got a chance to throw a shutout inning here in the 9th, but Roberts threw 2 shutout innings, and that was it. So why don't we make him the toast of the game ball player today by Benny's?
That's a good call. Yeah, the 0-1 to Adele from Miller. And he'll take a fastball just outside. 1-1. This date, 1986, Bob Horner of Atlanta. Remember him?
Mm-hmm.
He became the 11th big leaguer to hit 4 homers in one game.
Oh.
And there was an oddity to him homering because his team lost the game. 3 of the 4 homers were solos, and Montreal beat the Braves 11-8. And I think this is right. Of all the games in which there's been a 4-homer game by a man, this is the only time that team lost the game.
How about that?
If there's another one, I am not aware of it. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Swinging a foul back, 1-2.
I would agree, though. You get a guy that hits 4 home runs. Your team hits 4 home runs in a game. It's chances of you losing are, slim for sure.
Sure. Next pitch fouled away. ...2001. Now, Ron, you played in this game. This would have been at Comerica Park in the Motor City.
Mm-hmm.
It says the Cubs playing in their 101st different park since 1876. The Cubs beat the Tigers in Comerica Park 15-8. And I don't remember the exact numbers, but I want to say you had a big ball game.
Yeah, I believe so. I think it was a big RBI day for me, actually, if I remember correctly. 5 or 6 RBIs. I think I had 3 hits in a game or so.
I see a picture of a piece of toast. That must mean you were the toast of the game.
There you go. Yeah.
So that really was a big game for you. 3 up, 3 down for Miller. We'll get more details if we can. Zach is going to immediately research this. 3 up, 3 down. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Angels 7, Cubs nothing. This is the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Celebrate July 4th with savings at Lowe's. For a limited time, save on the essentials you need to make your garden pop for summer, like Miracle-Gro 25-quart potting mix. Get 2 bags for just $16 and get up to 40% off. Plus, save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances. Hurry, these deals won't last long because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 7/10. Miracle-Gro excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for more details. While supplies last.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
No tienes que esperar a que te paguen para finalmente invitar a tus papás a comer. Solo te tiene que salir una oferta de sus favoritos en el McDonald's app. Ahorra con el app. Para pa pa pa. En McDonald's participantes.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. And Pat, you talked about the Cubs playing the Tigers in Detroit on this date back in 2001, a 15-9 Cubs victory. Coomdog played a big role in that game. He had 2 hits, including his 5th home run of the year. So, nice job, Coom.
Yeah.
What were some of the other numbers for Ron in that game? Do you recall?
He scored 2 runs, walked once.
Nico Horner batting. Here's a liner into left center field, and that's going to be a base hit. The new pitcher is Ben Joyce. 8 strong innings for Tyler Anderson. Shutout ball. He allowed just 3 hits. He was sharp today.
No.
Base hit for Horner, though. Let's see if that leads to a rally. You never know.
Now, one thing about Joyce we know is he's got a big arm coming out of college. Big fastball. One of the hardest throwers in the draft. Coming out in 22.
Cubs had a guy, I believe his name was Roosevelt Brown.
Rosie, yeah.
Miles Mastrobuoni batting, hitting a fly ball to left, playable for Ward. This is going to be out number 1. 1 down. Horner retreats to first, and the batter now is Cody Bellinger.
Yeah, Roosevelt Brown had 5 hits in that game, including a home run. Drove in 3 runs. Eric Young Sr., who's the Angels' third base coach, played in that game.
Yeah.
EY.
3 hits, 3 RBIs for EY in that game.
How many did Ron drive in?
1 with the home run. He had 5 total bases, though, so good job, Coom. And it says here, again, I'm just reporting. It says here, fielding E: Ron Coomer 3.
No, that
in
can't
parentheses.
Be. That can't be. Here's the 0-1 pitch outside. That must mean E for excellence.
E3, so I was playing first base?
No, it was your 3rd error of the season. Yeah.
Oh, that could be. You never know.
We're human.
Yeah.
1 ball and 1 strike on Cody Bellinger. Crowd taking up the Cody chant. These fans never say die. Fly ball to right, shallow, maybe playable. Down the line near foul territory and back out of play. Bellinger, nothing for 3 today. There's a lot of guys in the Cubs order that are happy to see Tyler Anderson leave this game.
Yeah, it was a struggle against him today. We talked about it going into the ball game, the back and forth of speed. He was going to throw first pitch strikes. He did that very well. And then really, just kind of back and forth speed, staying away from the right-handed Cubs hitters.
Bellinger swings and misses, strike 3, and that's out number 2. Cubs are down to their last chance. Unless they stage a miraculous rally, their modest winning streak will end at 2. This series will be even at 1 victory apiece. Seiya Suzuki steps in, and he'll take a fastball strike. Zach will have the post-game show for you immediately. We will have Game 3, all of us, tomorrow for you, beginning at 1:20. Zach's pregame show starting at 12:45. Swing and a miss by Suzuki. Tried to check, just couldn't quite do it. Cubs are down to their last strike. And now the 0-2 from Ben Joyce is fouled away. Well, after the big win against the Phillies on the 4th of July and then yesterday, a nice 5-1 win. Great outing for Justin Steele. You thought the Cubs might go on a nice little run. Swinging a foul back out of play, but the Angels offense came out, and they came ready to play today. They scored runs in their first 5 innings. Al Hendricks left with some stiffness in his lower back after 2 innings. And the Cub offense has just not made a game of it today.
Yeah. Anderson, he really did. After first couple innings, he was really on the attack, and that's why he was able to go 8 innings. A little back and forth of speed had the Cubs kind of stifled today.
This pitch gets away from Ohapi.
And that's the first Cub to be to second base today.
Cubs would like to see, the fans would like to see the Cubs get on the board, if nothing else. It's been ruled a wild pitch. So corner at second, 2 down, 2-2 on Seiya Suzuki. The delivery. Strike 3 called, and the ball game is over. The Angels win it by a score of 7-0. Each team with a win in the series, and we'll be back with the totals in just a moment on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Celebrate July 4th with savings at Lowe's. For a limited time, save on the essentials you need to make your garden pop for summer, like Miracle-Gro 25-quart potting mix. Get 2 bags for just $16 and get up to 40% off. Plus, save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances. Hurry, these deals won't last long because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 7/10. Miracle-Gro excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount, excluding supply. See Lowe's.com for more details. While supplies last.
No tienes que esperar a que te paguen para finalmente invitar a tus papás a comer. Solo te tiene que salir una oferta de sus favoritos en el McDonald's app. Ahorra con el app. Para pa pa pa. En McDonald's participantes.
Whether you have moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease, relief and remission can be real with Entyvio. Join the more than 250,000 people who have been prescribed Entyvio and discover how Entyvio could help you at Entyvio.com. Infusion and serious allergic reactions can happen during or after treatment. Entyvio may increase risk of infection, which can be serious. Although unlikely, a risk of PML, a rare, serious, potentially fatal brain infection, cannot be ruled out. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, experience frequent infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Liver problems can occur. Ask your healthcare provider about Entyvio.
Entyvio, Entyvio, Entyvio.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first